What's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of our show For the Love of the Game. Ako po si Ken Pangilinan, kasama si Dino Lee, and we're now in episode 25. So grabe, naka 25 episodes na tayo this year. So ito na yung pinakahuli para ngayong taon. So maraming salamat po sa lahat na nakatutok ngayong gabi. We are currently live on Facebook and on YouTube. And while you're at it, please like and share this episode on your Facebook pages. So yan, munting kahilingan lang namin galing sa For the Love of the Game. And while you're at it also, please follow our social media accounts. We are on Facebook and on Instagram at For the Love of the Game PH. We're also on Twitter at FTLOTGPH. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, For the Love of the Game. So yon. So guys, please, madali lang yan. I-click nyo lang yung like, follow, and subscribe button sa YouTube. Dagdagan nyo naman yung followers namin, yung subscribers namin. So yun. Of course, we have our special guest for tonight. She's actually the youngest sa lahat ng naging panauhin natin dito sa For the Love of the Game. And despite her young age, sobrang dami na niyang na-achieve when it comes to the sport of fencing. So guys, kung kayo excited, ako excited, si Dino excited, i-share nyo naman, why are you excited and what are you excited about this episode? So libre ang comment section para dyan. You can type in your questions, comments, shoutouts, words of adoration. Kayo na bahala. Ay babasahin din namin yan isa-isa. So ayun, so Dino?
Yeah, so actually, Ken, just to share lang din, bakit ako excited kasi, at a very young age nung guest natin, sabi mo nga, she's our youngest guest ever, no? Over the course of our 25 episodes, out of our 24 guests na nag-visit dito sa show natin, siya yung pinakabata. And I just admire her for her maturity. Kasi, yun nga, lagi ko nababanggit sa show natin, di ba? Yung mga achiever na guest natin, nung panahon ko, nung edad nila na 20 years old. Di ba, ang iniisip lang natin noon, ang iniisip ko lang ay mag-Dota, mag-basketball, at mag-aral. So, itong guest natin tonight, no, hindi lang siya achiever pero ang dami niyang ginagawa right now. She has businesses, meron din siyang streaming, and at the same time, 'di ba, meron siyang giving back to the community. So parang ako sa sarili ko, sa 20-year-old self ko, kung may message ako sa kanya, huy, mahiya ka naman dito sa guest natin tonight, 'di ba? But before that, before we bring in our guest, kaya nakalimutan mo, babatiin natin of course yung Sports Corner PH that wherein they celebrated last 2 Saturdays ago, yung 5th year anniversary niyan. Of course, congrats to the founder of that, si Gab Ferreras, who's been tuning in with us since episode 4. So guys, yung mga tune in sa amin right now, paramdam kayo, para makita rin kayo ng panauhin natin, no? Lalim ng Tagalog ko na yun, di ba? Panauhin natin for tonight. But before all of that, before we bring her in, I know you guys are excited for tonight's episode. I just want to share our mission dito sa For the Love of the Game. And our mission is really to create, we see this platform as a platform wherein we can provide opportunities for aspirants. And, we want to help athletes, sports professionals, sports organizations, sports entrepreneurs elevate their game to the next level. And that's why we're bringing in, just like our guest for tonight, we're bringing in the cream of the crop of the sports community for them to share ano yung, what makes them great, so that yung matutunan natin from them, we can apply it in our lives, di ba? Para yung 20-year-old self ko, kung matuto ako from her, hindi na ako puro Dota and basketball lang, di ba? Hindi puro aral lang. Mas magiging mature ako in a certain way, and it can help me be a better person. So, I'm sure, our guest is gonna bring that to all of you guys tonight. So, comment lang kayo down below, because number 2 is we have certain rules of engagement since we started this show, since episode 1, because, we believe this platform isn't just about me and Ken and our guests, but this is about us as one community, as one family, communicating with one another, learning from one another. And nabulol pa ako dun. Of course, number 1, diba? If you're a fan of this person, or if you're a great friend of this person, you've worked with this person, you believe in what she does, this is a perfect opportunity to appreciate our guest, di ba? Or first time mo lang siya na-encounter, di ba? Diba? In times like these, di ba? Instead of putting in negativity to the world, maybe we can send in positivity. So one way we can do is, kasi tao na to is gonna spend time with us, sobrang busy neto with training and all sorts of stuff, is gonna spend time with us tonight. So one thing you can do is really appreciate this person right now through the comment section below or later on para mabasa niya. Di ba? Mapansin kayo, di ba? So we're gonna go through that as much as possible. We're gonna do our best kami ni Ken, no, to jumble all of those comments. And number two, of course, marami siyang share. Sure ball yan. Sure ball. I mean, pre-interview pa lang and yung kanina pa lang, I've learned so much from this person just tuning in sa Instagram feed niya. I'm sure, you know, seeing her as her raw self, as a human being, not just as a national athlete, but who she is as a person, you're gonna learn a lot from her. So for us to talk about yung mga learnings na yan, baka may ma-share ka, share it down below para we can share our insights as well. Pati yung insights ng guest natin for tonight. And last but not the least, no, pag student athlete ka, nako, or you want to be an achiever as well, or gusto mo magkaroon ng business, or you wanna give back to the community, or if you wanna be a successful streamer, di ba? So perfect opportunity to learn from our guests, and one way is to, you know, ask questions. I think that's one thing that I learned is hindi mo kailangan alam yung sagot. You know, you just have to ask the right questions, di ba? So those are our rule of engagements. I hope you guys will engage with us tonight. Paramdam kayo, guys. Gusto namin maramdaman kayo, di ba? Para hindi malungkot yung Pasko namin ni Ken because this is our last episode for 2020. Ken, ikaw, what are you excited about for tonight's episode?
Yeah, as I mentioned, she's the youngest among all our guests. But sobrang ganda ng kwento nito. And I can't wait for her to share her journey. Babanggitin ko na siguro yung edad niya, no? 20 years young, but 20 years wise. So, yan. So, abangan nyo yan. So, Dino, ikaw, what are you excited? Apart sa mga sinabi.
Shinare ko na pare yung maturity, di ba? Kasi 20 years. Pag kinumpare mo yung 20 years old na sa 20 years old ko, layo ng maturity. Ako, mature ako nung time na yun. So, ang ganda lang nung i-guess natin. But I think, you know, we gave opportunity to our viewers then to communicate and connect with our guests for tonight. Yeah. So, did we miss anything before we bring her in? Yeah, I think we're good to go, no? We're good to go.
Yeah. So guys, keep the comments coming. So babasahin namin yan isa-isa. At ito, hindi na namin patatagalin pa. So let's introduce our special guest for tonight. So she is a bronze medalist in the Junior World Cup and Senior Satellite World Cup. A two-time bronze medalist sa SEA Games back in 2017 and 2019. A Rookie of the Year and MVP during the 81st season of the UAAP. Tapos nag-champion pa yung team nila, yung Ateneo de Manila. Sana all, di ba? Sana all talaga. And the Lady Eagle of the Year, a gold medalist in the 23 Under Asian Championships. And she's the brand ambassador of UNIQLO. So before we bring her in, please watch this trailer.
I hope to be able to continuously bring honor for the country. If God willing, be the first Filipino fencer to qualify in the Olympics. If not, at least to show the world that Filipino talent is world-class and to be an inspiration for every Filipino youth.
Please welcome our special guest for tonight, none other than Philippine fencing rising star, Miss Maxine Esteban.
Hi. Thanks so much for inviting me.
Hi, Maxine. Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Ayan. So, baka gusto mong batiin muna yung mga viewers natin before we continue on?
Okay. Hi everyone. Hi Dino. Hi Ken. And hello to everyone who's watching. Good evening, and I hope everyone is well and safe. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. It's indeed an honor to be here. I've actually like watched this show like ever since you featured Jamie, and yun nga, it's such an honor to be here.
Uy, wow, grabe, grabe. Ngayon ko lang nalaman yan. Sa live pa niya si binanggit, no?
Talaga?
Pero ngayon ko lang nalaman na actually nanonood pala siya. I thought, she just checked out, when we invited her, she just checked out yung episode ni Jamie because they're friends. So parang, it's humbling to hear it from, of course, our guest for tonight, si Maxine. Nakaka-humble. So it's also a privilege and honor for us to have you here. But of course, we just want to go through certain comments, di ba? Ito, mga friends ata to ni Maxine, di ba? So, shout out to the what's POS? Di ko alam yun. What's the
Oh, it's like kasi sa Dota may POS 1, POS 2 hanggang 5. So POS 5 yun yung support ng mga carries, ganyan.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So, best carry pala siya sa Dota.
Best support.
Okay. Best support pala. Sorry. So, baka gusto mong batiin si Diego Francisco. Ayan.
Nice guy.
Ayan. And of course, si Franco Flavier. Bro. Dot.
Hi, Franco.
Ba't palang nahihiya ka? Hindi mo masilaw.
And kasi Dota friends ko yan eh.
Okay. So, you guys are teammates. Kumbaga.
No, we're not teammates, pero I play with them like almost every night.
Oh, nice. And of course, so yan, hi Franco and hi Diego. Thank you for tuning in and supporting Maxine. Alam ko naman, hindi naman yung mukha namin yung pinunta nyo dito. Of course, diba? Ang sinusupport nyo dito talaga si Maxine. Eto, may nag-comment pa. River Francisco. Go, Max.
Thanks, River. That's the sister of Sky.
Okay. Sister ni Diego. Sige, sister ni Diego Francisco. Ayan, of course. Naglalabasan na. Baby pa lang pala to, si Martin. Oh, galing, nagko-comment na. Lagi kami binubuhat niya. So, kadota mo rin to?
Yeah. Pero hindi, siya yung nagbubuhat sa akin.
Okay, grabe. Sobrang humble talaga ng guest natin for tonight. And of course, Ken, yung mga usual viewers natin, batiin naman natin.
Oo.
Sino to? Ayan, si Gab. Sino to? Ayan, kaya na magbasakin. Nahiya naman ako sino to.
Ayan, kailangan kong umabot sa online simbang gabi. Hi Max, salamat sa pagsama sa amin. You and Sam Katantan are arguably the top fencers in this country today. Iba ka.
What can you say, Maxine?
Thank you for tuning in, and sana hindi ka malate sa simbang gabi mo. And yeah, Sam is my best friend. So me and her, we always kami yung lagi naglalaban. Well, she's my enemy in the pist, pero outside the pist, she's my super good friend. Like sobrang close kami.
Yon. Yan. Thanks, Gab. Yan, since episode 4 yan, guys, grabe. So, for tuning in, 'di ba? And eto, of course, one of our teammates, the Shura is present. Shout out from Davao. Ayan.
Si Arnie yan, no? Si Arnie.
Oo, si Arnie. So, pa-shoutout naman. He is a big fan of esports. Baka pwede mo shoutout, Maxine.
What? Sorry?
Baka pwedeng i-shoutout mo si, he's a big fan of esports kasi.
But I'm not good in Dota. So,
Okay, pero shoutout mo na.
shout out to, wait, his name is Shura?
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to Shura. Thanks so much for tuning in and dropping by to watch our cuentos.
Alright. Yun. And of course, Ken, yung kaibigan natin, the One-Armed Mamba.
The One-Armed Mamba. Ganda ng shirts, baka naman. Oh, si Dino na bahala sa'yo, Kat. Ha?
Alright. Yan. Of course, top fan na daw siya, oh. Legit fan na. Of course, yan. Grabing support sa atin. No? Tuning in from start to finish. Di ba? Nakikisakay sa mga, mga trip natin. Di ba? Yan yung magaling magpayo sa mga romantic, di ba? Romantic stuff, di ba? And of course, si Christian Dave, of course, ramdam ko po, sir. Shout out. Yan. Hi, Dave. Thank you for tuning in again. And, may friend ako. esports siya, I think pero Tekken. Tekken naman yung ano niya. I think he's part of
Oh.
the top 10 players in the Philippines. So, colleague ko yan. So, hi Jeff. Thanks for tuning in. I think nag-tune in siya. First time yung nag-tune in. Di dahil siguro sa akin yung nagbati lang sa akin. Pero dahil sa guest natin for tonight. Hi Jeff. Nakikita ni Max yung comment. Of course, from Shenin Cheng,
Oh,
go Max.
yeah, she's my best friend in high school.
Ayan,
One
of
of my
course.
barkada.
Grabe, at least nandito yung support, no? So thank you guys for supporting Maxine and for tuning in. Ayan, all right, gaming chair pa lang. Halatang gamer na. Secret love number 1. Actually, I have no idea
Ay,
what.
pati yung mic ko.
Ayan, so guys, kita nyo naman, 'di ba? Pro talaga, pro, 'di ba?
Dende, bro.
Pro sa gamit. Yun.
Yeah. So Maxine, so let's start our conversation. So yeah, let's start it off with, of course, the sad development when it comes to the sports. The UAAP recently announced kasi, 'di ba, na they're canceling the season. And it's just so timely kasi last episode we had EJ Obiena. He was mentioning like how he was training without certain goals in mind kasi wala silang ma-look forward na tournaments. So in your case, especially you're just 20 years old, like how does that feel like? And how do you keep yourself in shape and motivated despite no competitions to look forward to?
Well, yun nga, like, ever since I was young, I always had this one goal in my mind. So, ever since I was a figure skater when I was young, tapos
Yeah.
nag-close yung ice skating rink, kaya kailangan ko mag-quit ng ice skating. Like, I wanted to switch to another sport talaga because that goal of mine is parang sobrang grabe talaga na gusto ko talaga mag-qualify sa Olympics. And
Yeah.
so, that's like the only thing that keeps me going all the time na whenever I train, I always have this parang mindset na, oh, I want to go to the Olympics. I want to do this for our country because yun nga, sobrang hirap mag-qualify sa Olympics, especially sa sport ko because yun nga, like you have to be top 16 in the world and yun, that's something that makes me look forward to training every day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but pang kasi ngayon it's hard kasi, 'di ba? Pang do you have like tournaments to look forward to despite
No,
yung
everything actually canceled. So
yeah,
yeah, so parang my training rin, it became mas konti na.
right.
Kasi syempre before every day after school, diretso na sa training tapos parang 3 hours training namin. Pero now like 4 times a week lang tapos 4 times a week tapos online lang everything.
Yeah.
So yun nga, mas konti training ngayon and I feel like also na it's a good time for me to rest then because sobrang busy ng schedule ko dati na parang
Right.
like 2 hours or 3 hours a day na ako natutulog. So parang ever since the quarantine, I get full rest and I'm able to train with a proper mind, like not only strong physically but also mentally.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. And yeah, apart from training kasi, 'di ba you're doing so many things right now. Di lang fencing, 'di ba? You're doing all of this. I think you had the fundraiser. I mean, it's currently ongoing. You started the business and then now you're starting your streaming channel. Like talk about that. Parang what made you decide to go do all of those stuff? And knowing na, 'di ba, meron ka na yung fencing, meron ka na rin yung you're currently studying yung management engineering in Ateneo. So parang what was the logic behind that?
Well, because yun nga, since I was super used to having a very hectic schedule, like when the quarantine started, parang sobrang di ako makapakali. Parang everyday feel ko na sobrang unproductive ko. Kaya may kailangan ko gawin, ganyan. Tapos everyday din, like si mommy, sabi niya sa akin, oh, mag-isip ka ng business, ganyan. So,
Yeah.
so parang na-pressure ako everyday na I have to do something. And yun, so at the start of the quarantine, me and my sisters, we did the fundraising
Right.
activity. And then Thankfully naman, it was successful and we were able to raise a lot of funds to provide food and like face shields, face masks to like the frontliners and affected communities of the Philippines. Tapos, nag-start din yung Dota career namin, like buong family kami. Even si mommy, naglalaro ng Dota.
Wow.
Seryoso?
Yeah. And it actually started with my dad. So he was the one who taught me how to play Dota. And then after we taught my sisters, tapos si mommy, hindi siya marunong mag-video games masyado. Like before, she would force herself to like learn how to play Red Alert for my dad. Pero yeah, pero ngayon, like we were like, ano ba? Ano, mag-try ka na. Lahat kami nag-Dota na, kailangan ikaw na rin mag-Dota. So yun, she started playing Dota na rin. Tapos yan, she plays then with my friends.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost
This year ka lang
every
ba
night
natuto?
meron kaming Sorry?
This year lang.
This year lang talaga.
Yeah. Yeah, tapos almost every night meron kaming parang 5v5 na like lobby. Tapos buong family kami versus friends ko, ganyan.
Grabe, no? Sobrang cool. And parang iisipin mo, Ken, di ba, yung panahon natin, di ba, when we were still in college, yung mga parents natin, di ba? So, sana hindi nila mapanood, pero ayaw nila yung nagdodota tayo. So, it's just so cool that, you know, Maxine has parents that, you know, parang sobrang cool and fun na, uy, game, tara, Dota tayo. Like sa parents ko, di ba, Dota ka ng Dota, kaya bumabaksak ka sa school. Parang ganun eh. So parang it's just nice to see that there's something like this existing right now na, you know, buong family nagdo-Dota. Hindi lang nanonood, di ba, kami, as a family, we watch the movies, but for Maxine, di ba, they play together. And yung parents niya, kalaro pa yung friends niya. I mean, that's quite a interesting dynamic that we have here, di ba? So, and we just go through comments lang din. From Ali Konghun. Go you. Ano yung sabihin?
Go you.
I think it's like, go! She's the sister of my best friend.
And then there's, I think there's sisters din. So
Yeah,
si
she's my best friend.
okay, so she's your best friend. Hi, I'm such a fan.
I'm such a fan.
Ayan.
Is she Filipina
So,
ba? Or she's...
Mukhang Chinese eh, Konghun.
No, she's Filipina.
Filipina, okay. Nice. Ayan, and of course, mga kilala mo to eh, Jericho Pamiñano. Let's go, Max. Isa akong solid DDS. Okay. Akala ko yung sa politics, di ba? Die hard di Maxine supporter. Ayan.
Yeah.
May masasabi ka ba
So
kay
sweet.
Jericho? Wala naman.
Lagi na sinasabi yun eh. Isa daw siya DDS. Die hard di Maxine supporter.
Pinilit eh, no? Pinilit talaga eh. And of course, from Anjanette, of course, that chair, di ba? Heart, for hearts. And from Diego Francisco, kaya pala, ano yung ibig sabihin nito? Hindi ko sure. Pero kaya pala streamer. Di ba?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, from Sika. Go, Max.
Thank you.
Sinusundan ko talaga eh, no? Ang daming, go, Max. Ayan, mas pogi. The best carry ever.
Yeah. That's my dad's username in Dota.
Mas pogi.
Galing, okay.
Galing. Tapos, of course, coming from Dale Gonzalez, shout out po. Yan.
Si Dale yung one of we play with him then Dota. Tapos he's also a fencer.
Yeah, mukhang based on sa uniform, he's also a fencer. And of course, si Shura, this year lang pero ancient na. Pati sa Dota, talented pa din, di ba? I don't know what that...
Kasi dami kang magaling na teammates.
Ayun, grabe. Sobrang humble, di ba? Yun ang consistent.
Reflecting the credit.
Di ba? So, I mean, for sure, happy sila Diego, sila Dale, yung family mo kasi, you know, you give them credit, di ba? You know, nakalimutan ko na yung tuloy yung quote. Tapos, of course, from from our viewers since episode 2, di ba? Ito yung long-standing, solid viewer natin since episode 2, who's currently a senior high school student, no? Sorry, coach, medyo late lang. So yan, baka pwedeng batiin mo naman, Max, kasi yan yung mga loyal following namin talaga.
Hello! Thanks for
Ayan.
coming and tuning in.
Yeah, yan.
Yun lang.
Grabe. And of course, parang kilala natin to eh. Si
What?
Christian Hu. Di ba si Stronghold Athletics to? Right?
Oo nga.
Yeah.
Tama.
Di mo na, uy, grabe nakalimutan
Hindi,
mo eh.
alam ko, pero hindi ko alam nakalala mo. Forget ko.
Nangkausap ko yung brother nila. So, di ba? So, may meeting, yun yung ka-meeting ko tomorrow eh, about Stronghold. So,
Kami
go.
kahapon.
Yeah. So, go Max, hura. Yan.
Yeah.
Ayan.
So Maxine, kasi as Dino mentioned, you've done so many things during the quarantine. You've done a fundraising event, tas natuto ka na magdota with your family, which is an interesting dynamic. But on a more serious note, kasi it's been 9 months already. I'm sure people are really anxious. But for you personally, what's the journey been like for you? And what's your biggest takeaway being in quarantine for so long?
Well, for me, I learned so many valuable lessons during this quarantine. Pero, like for me, like the most important thing is na God can take away everything in just one snap of his finger. Na parang he's so powerful and that he can just put everything to a pause. Like before kasi yun nga na sobrang busy ko, everyday training lang ang training and sobrang distracted ko sa mga competition, studies, ganyan. And most of the time I would forget to thank God and just pray to him and talk to him. And yun nga, like during Sundays, I would be super sleepy to even go to church and I wouldn't have much time for him. Pero during this quarantine, sobrang mas na-strengthen yung relationship ko with him. Nag-join ako ng mga D groups, like Bible study groups sa CCF. And through that, I was able to meet a lot of kind-hearted people also. Yung mga true friends talaga na who will support me all the way. Kasi, like, yun nga, na parang I forgot God in my journey, in my whole journey, na parang before I would always post na parang to God be the glory, ganon, like when I win. Pero I didn't really know the true meaning of it until parang everything was taken away from me. Because like during 2018, I had everything. Parang a good relationship. I was winning fencing, like a lot of competitions, and also I was consistent in practicing the violin. Ganyan, and I had not so bad grades. But during 2019, parang after winning UAAP and being Rookie of the Year, MVP, and like winning many historic firsts for the country, like World Cups, ganyan, I became very mayabang and super entitled to the point na feel ko na I did this for with my own lang, like I don't need anybody else in my life. Parang na-forget ko everybody na helped me to get to this journey and to get the gold or these championships. So like this quarantine, it made me really closer to God and made me really realize na God is so powerful and na we should really spend time with him, take time to talk to him, tell our problems to him kasi yun nga, na he can just take away everything from me in just one snap of his finger.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can totally resonate with that kasi yung parang ako kasi sometimes I tend to forget all the blessings that I have in life, and then sometimes I still complain bakit ganito, bakit ganyan, parang knowing na ang dami na rin palang blessings that is being given to me. So I kind of totally resonate with that na when you achieve certain things, when you accumulate certain stuff, 'di ba? Achievements, yung friendships, may tendency, I guess, for me to take it for granted. So, parang how how did you manage that? How did you manage to maybe heal those relationships or maybe bounce back from that? Was it because yun na ba yung nabanggit mo through God, you were able to bounce back from it through this pandemic? Correct ba?
Well, um, I can't say that I I like nag-bounce back na ako sa fencing like in that aspect because for me like I can't really say anything pa because yun nga walang competition so I don't know like what's my standing sa mga international competitions ganyan but yeah I think it's just a really important lesson for me because I also want to let everybody else know na they shouldn't forget God in their lives. And kasi I don't want it na sobrang too late na tapos they can't bounce back from it anymore.
Correct, correct. And maybe since you went through it, maybe what's your, maybe advice for people that, that is going through this na yung maybe there's a feeling of a certain way like that. Maybe ano yung advice for those people and for I mean coming from your own perspective and experience.
Yeah. Well, because I have always been blessed in my life na parang people always say na I'm so privileged, ganyan. But feel ko na my greatest blessing is that like in many times in my life, God revealed himself to me and he loves me so much na he actually um like broke me from this parang curse and woke me up from that. And parang as a student athlete, who has given so much, I never really understood it. Like I excelled in ACADS in my chosen sport, and
Right.
I was at the top of everything. Pero I
Right.
always thought na I exemplified Christ by like using these talents
Right.
like that he has given to me, like just as simple as not wasting my blessings and just using them is already a way of like sharing to people about God. Pero no I realized na doing things for His glory talaga and not just in our successes but also like during our failures. Kasi we like it is when now we are humbled na we accept failure and we still exemplify Christ in our lives. And that's when we discover our purpose in life and we understand na what we should do is supposed to be accordance to His will lagi. And that everything we accomplish, na lahat ng glory dapat kay God.
Yeah.
Yun. And we should always be grateful for everything.
Yeah. So you're ang nakikita ko dito you're practicing apart from, using your talents, 'di ba? Which is you've been doing it since you were still young, 'di ba? Kaya nanalo ka nga ng mga sobrang daming achievements. Parang ang nakita ko nadagdag mo is the practice of gratitude. Correct ba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yun nga. Kasi nga before sobrang sobrang entitled ko and sobrang yabang ko talaga. Na parang, I don't know, like I
Na
forgot
hindi mo
everyone
kakausapin,
talaga in my
gano'n.
journey. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I was like that. But yeah, I'm really thankful na I woke up from it.
Yeah.
Right, right. So yeah, I think ang takeaway ko dito, Ken, I don't know what's yours, but for me, I think it's really about being grateful and being humble at the same time. I think that's my takeaway. Yung alam ko may challenges ako, alam ko may my own personal demons that I have to face. I have my own personal struggles. But what I'm getting from Maxine is really to still be grateful kasi ang dami mo pa ring blessings in life, 'di ba? So, ikaw ba Ken, anong nakuha mo dun from before we go through certain comments?
Yeah. Actually, I want to ask another question in
Yeah,
relation to
go.
that. Kasi, yun nga, you mentioned, Max, that, yun nga, you felt entitled, but, yun lang, parang just people would understand more where that's coming from. Like, paano mo nasabi yun? Like, do you, parang bas ko, sa tournament, dahil nga nanalo ka na, you felt like, uy, kaya ko na to, or did you treat people a certain way na dahil you've reached a certain point? Kasi yun nga kasi for example, si Arsenic Salangsang who commented or yung mga batang nanonood ngayon, parang sometimes they don't realize that until it's too late. And for you, it's good for you to realize that at such a young age. Kaya nga sabi ni Dino, ibang klase yung maturity you're displaying at 20 years old. So yun, like, yun lang, parang share lang, like, paano ba nagma-manifest yung feeling of entitlement before?
Yeah. Great question din. Tama, ganda.
Yeah, kasi before, di ba sabi ko na I would always, whenever I win, I would always post and be like, to God be the glory, ganyan. But then
Yeah.
like, paonte-onte, nawawala siya. Like, I forget sometimes. I'm like, I don't see it anymore. And before, I'm consistent in going to church, pero like after all my achievements, like I don't go anymore. Like I'm too sleepy to go, and I'm like, mahal naman ako ni God, eh. Hindi ko naman kailangan go sa church, ganyan. Or like, you know, simple things like that. Or yeah, and I think I also became medyo snobbish to people.
Yeah.
Na yun, that's how I felt na I became more entitled.
Yeah. I think it happens to the best kasi 'di ba when you break the streak of UE, 'di ba? They've been dominating it for a number of years. I mean, decade, 'di ba? Parang for you to break it and then you won Lady Eagle of the Year as a freshman, like that's something na, you know, maybe gets into your head eh. I mean, siguro for me, pag natanggap ko 'yun, baka iba eh, 'di ba? So it's good na na you have this kind of awareness around you, 'di ba? Na maybe people should learn from, 'di ba? At least makuha nila yung perspective na may struggles din ng isang athlete katulad na achiever athlete like Maxine. Correct, Ken?
Yes.
Diba?
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
it's because when you're up there, it's so hard to accept failure. It's so hard to like accept yourself na, oh, I failed, ganyan. So kunyari when I lose, I'm just gonna be like, oh, it's just a bad day, ganyan. Pero I don't try to assess what are my mistakes during the game, ganyan. Because I feel
Correct.
like I'm the best. I don't need to learn anything.
Correct. Correct. And you're so focused at it that you forget all the other stuff, 'di ba? Parang, you know, I'm here to win, I'm here to dominate, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, eto, coming from Willem, their router. Parang iba, parang foreigner, di ba? So, parang sorry kung ma-pronounce ko. Let's go, Maxine. Stream Dota na. Later, sir, kasi may interview pa kami ngayon. Later na lang. So,
Later, mag-one-on-one kami ni Dino.
one-on-one? Anong one-on-one? Okay. Di
Dota.
one-on-one pala.
Dota.
Okay. Di ako marunong ng Dota 2 eh. Dota 1 lang ang ko eh. And of course, from Anjanette, no, I love God also. And of course, from Kathy, having a relationship with God is important. And of course, coming from our idol, pinaka-idol natin ng dito sa For the Love, di ba? Gold medalist na.
Idol ko talaga si Jay.
Suma cum laude.
Yan. So ngayon nag-comment talaga si Jamie kasi nasa training pa siya pero nag-comment siya to support si Maxine, 'di ba? For tonight's episode. Kasi idol din niya si Maxine. So nako-confuse na nga ako eh, pero idol yan dalawa. So galing na mag-aral, ang galing pang mag-Dota, 'di ba? Hindi natin ma-reach. And of course from Natalie Hu, go Max. Woohoo. #Stronghold Athletics.
She's the sister of Chris.
Yeah, tama. And also
Yeah.
the sister of Glenn. So I don't think you've met Glenn. I'm meeting Glenn tomorrow. So okay, so nakilala natin yung But hello to Natalie, and I think I'm meeting them pala tomorrow, all of them. Si Chris, si Natalie, tsaka si Glenn. Yeah. Because they're parang gusto niya ata ma-meet ako ng tatlo sila. Yeah. Ayan, and of course, from Kevin Lim King Lam. Okay, so he's been tuning in with us, I think, since Ken, kailan ba to? Episode Jasmine Alcalde. So, good evening, Maxine. Kamusta na kayo? What online games other than Dota 2 do you play? Ayan. So, off track lang,
I
pero
play
great
Among
question.
Us, and I'm still trying to learn Valorant. But before, I used to play CSGO.
Yun, Among Us. Masaya yun.
Ayan. So, Pwede ba? Ano ba yung kung gusto niyo makalaban si Maxine, ano ba, game ka ba? Maghanap ng kalaban dito? Para pag watch nila yung live or replay, bigay mo username para labanan ka nila sa Dota, para makita nila kung anong level. 'Di ba kasi nandito ka, so makikita nila kung asan level sila dito, 'di ba? Nagets ba
Sorry?
ni Nagets ba ni Maxine? Hindi, baka gusto mong i-share yung username mo para kung gusto may challenge sa'yo sa team mo, 'di ba? I-share mo ngayon.
Wait,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
memorize my Dota number eh.
Okay. So, i-comment mo na lang later on sa pag
Sige.
gusto nilang i-challenge yung later on after matapos yung episode, comment mo siya below para for or your teammates comment nila dito what's your username para if you have challengers right now, 'di ba? Wala namang pustahan pero kung gusto nyo, 'di ba? Pustahan nyo si Maxine or yung team niya, labanan nyo dito, 'di ba? We're setting up a game match, 'di ba? Online live, 'di ba? So, yes, of course, si Natalie can confirm. We're meeting you tomorrow. Ayan.
Yun.
Pabuhat po mamaya from Franklo. And
Hindi, siya nagbuhat sa akin kanina eh.
Moe Ereneta. Wow, who is this girl? Di ba? And from Diego Francisco, what's your FB stream idol? So, Diego, patulong na lang, pa-comment na lang nung para if you guys have challengers, at least natulungan kami in 'di ba? Walang TF dito si Maxine. 'Di ba? So, ang matutulong na lang namin sa inyo is makahanap kayo ng match, 'di ba? For your team, 'di ba? So, kung merong mga makanood na streamers. And of course, always proud and happy to see a fellow Atenean be very successful in their sport. Keep making us proud, Maxine. OBF, FTLO
Big fight. One big fight.
Yon, grabe. Dami pa pwede pag-usapan.
Yun, may pahabol pa.
Ayan, pag nanalo ba daw sa team ninyo, may pa-secret love ka, Boss Max. Di ba? Boss
Walang fans.
walang fans. Friendly game, guys. Competitive, friendly, without pustahan or prize. Yan. Okay. But at least you get to play with the national athlete, with an achiever, di ba? And his wonderful and amazing team. Yung family niya, makakalaban mo. Di ba, sa Dota. Yun yung masaya.
Yeah. So, yun. Actually, let's go back to fencing. In fact, let's go way back, probably 9 years ago. So, that's when you started out fencing, probably 9 or 10 years ago. Kasi you started out fencing when you were 11 years old. So, medyo late age na, no? So, you mentioned earlier na figure skating, you tried it out. Of course, na-enjoy mo, but for some reason, it didn't pan out. But dito naman sa fencing, despite the fact that you tried it out at 11 years old, like, what about the environment made you fall in love with the sport?
Well, yeah, so the one you said kanina, I used to be a figure skater. And right after that, I wanted to try different other sports kasi I really wanted to go to the Olympics talaga. So, sobrang dami kong sports nitry. As in, sobrang dami. Like, swimming, taekwondo, karate, football, as in lahat, nitry ko. Pero, wala doon na parang, I don't know, I don't have the love for the sport until I tried fencing.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be a fencer kasi when I was 4 years old. Pero sabi ng coach sa amin, like me and my sister Mia, he was like, huwag ka na mag-fencing, pampagulo lang kayo dito. Kasi parang sobrang kulit namin. So sabi niya, wag na kayo mag-fencing, next time na lang ganyan. Kasi pampagulo lang kayo. So I was thinking of a sport din na parang I used to do na before. Para medyo familiar na, di ba? So yun, when I started fencing, I started meeting other people and I really like the community, especially yung mga teammates ko sa national team. Like sobrang close ko with them, especially yung nga si Sam. She's been my best friend for so long na, and yeah, just like my teammates are really, really nice.
Yeah. So, parang gawin nating analogy, Dino, no? Kung si Maxine, parang pampagulo daw nung 4 years old. Siguro tayo, Dino, nung bata tayo, pag may nag-5-on-5 sa basketball, tayo yung naiki-shooting. Tapos, pag may fast break, di ba, tatabi kasi magulo.
Hindi, parang nung 4 years old, umiinom pa lang ako ng gatas nun.
Ganun ba?
Buti nga siya 4 years. Alam mong achiever, 4 years old. Ako naging saling pusa ako, mga 8 years old na ako. Siya 4 years old
Ayun.
pa lang, di ba? Nung 4 years old, nakahiga lang ako, umiinom ako ng gatas nun, di ba? So, di ba? So, what made you love, parang, you said nga, parang iba di ba? You tried so many sport, but you ended up loving fencing. Like, what makes fencing different? Yeah, what makes it special for you? Na ito yung, like, honestly, it's not a popular sport, number one, sa Philippines. And then, like, it's not a typical sport that, that people would go into. And you have to consider, di ba, yung support ng parents, di ba? So, like, why fencing?
I love fencing because it teaches you how to have the strength of a man, but at the same time, to have a grace of a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, a lot of people think na fencing is for guys, eh. But no, it's also for girls. Like you need to have the rhythm of a dancer. Pero hindi ako magaling sumayaw, ah. Pero like, you have to have the rhythm, ganyan. So when I chose fencing, like, I don't want na rin to go to another sport, eh. Kasi parang too late na pag I go to another sport pa. So when I went to fencing, sabi ko sa sarili ko, I'm gonna do my best, and because I love fencing, I will like do my best in this sport so that I can one day try to qualify for the Olympics.
Grabe. Hindi ko alam, Ken, kung may script kasi ready siya for the question. Di ba? May quote pa siya. I love fencing because...
So when people ask me that, like,
okay.
fencing.
Yeah. Okay. Strength of a man, grace of a woman.
Grace of a woman.
Okay. Galing. So, ayan, ni-reiterate lang ni friend, sister, the best friend pala of, ang dami niyang friends, no? Sana ganun din tayo, di ba? So,
Sana all.
So, quote of the day na yan, strength of a man in the grace of a woman. So, yun. And, teka, ang dami. Ito, mas pogi. Okay, so yung dad niya, mas pogi bis in Dota.
I taught AJ how to play Dota.
Wait,
dati.
si Anjanette naglalaro rin ng Dota?
Once lang. Pero kaya
Okay.
in-invite ko na. Tapos, ayaw na maglaro after.
Okay. So, di napilit. Okay. So, of course, from our guest, di ba, Ken, from episode
13.
13. Of course,
13.
Chelsea, hello. Alam ko, sobrang busy niya. Daming order sa business niya. But thank you for
Yeah.
tuning. Ayan, junior champion din yan, just like Maxine, di ba? World
Yes.
junior champion, pero sa wushu. Sa sport ng wushu. And, ayan. Okay. So, ayan. Ini-reiterate lang ni Jericho. Ang dami. Teka. Mas pogi, kept killing me, kaya nag-quit siguro to. Ayan. So, yung dad mo daw. Brutal pala yung dad mo. Sorry, uncle.
Alam mo, Dino, just to add on lang kasi syempre si Maxine, she's successful in fencing. What if she tried yung Dota seriously din? Parang, di ba? Fencing, tapos phenomenal din sa esports, di ba? That would be unprecedented.
Baka ma-replicate niya yung yung success, di ba? Di ba?
Kasi di ba, kasi if you think about it, you started out fencing late age na rin, 11 years old. So, ngayon, 20 years old, you're trying Dota. So, who knows, di ba? So, kumbaga, medalist sa fencing, tapos top-notcher naman sa Dota. What do you think?
I think both of, I think they have her in, I mean, not saying pareha sila, but they have similarities si Jamie. Talagang lahat gusto nilang i-achieve, di ba? Like you can never go second. It's only first, di ba? So, it's really nice to hear from that na, magandang inspiration yun for a lot of people na, if you want to do something, you might as well be the best at it. So, I think that's something that people want to take from dito so far sa conversation natin, di ba? As apart from being grateful for what you have, for your blessings, it's really about, achieving. And grabe yung intensity ni Maxine, di ba? Sa ngiti niya dito at sa bait niya dito when she's on the court, playing, nakita niyo naman sa trailer, if you watch her highlights, grabe, pag isang ganun siya, yung tatanggalin pa niya yung helmet niya, sisigaw siya ng, di ba? Parang nag-super saiyan siya, di ba? So, grabe, di ba? Yung intensity, I think, that's something that, nag-shift sila from being friendly as a friend when she's on the court, talagang game face, ready to rock and roll because, I wanna win this thing. Di ba? Dapat ganun din ang mentality ng ibang tao, di ba? Gandang kopyahin. Parang tayo din di ba? Dapat ganun yung mentality natin in everything that we do.
What do you think, Max, about that?
No, I
Speechless.
shout kasi. For me, I shout kasi it's a way for me to, what do you call that? Like, tilt the person. Parang make her feel like, oh, I'm so bad. Ganyan.
Intimidate.
It's
Yeah.
mental. Yeah.
Galing.
Ganun pala yun.
Galing. Parang it's like a trash talk but in an indirect way.
Yeah.
Grabe yung sigaw.
Panindak pala, panindak.
Grabe yun. As in, parang yung kaluluwa niya lalabas na parang ganun eh. Pero that's something that I like kasi yung intensity, the commitment to really compete is there. So, maybe people wanna take away from yung dedication, kita mo eh. Hindi lang siya lalaro ng fencing para lang makapag-fencing and to compete. She's there to showcase, di ba, that God's given talent to her, di ba? So, yun. Yeah. Ayan. Ayan, di ba? Relation to the intensity, Maxine Esteban, gold medalist ng puso natin lahat.
Ay, nako.
NBI daw siya. Tinuruan ko si Max mag-trash talk sa Dota. Ayan.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Kaya nagturo sa akin na every time may papatayin ako, kailangan ko i-pause. Tapos, sabihin, Pogo, yan, question mark.
Pero at least, aware ka pa naman kasi baka ma-feel entitled ulit eh.
Hindi, joke lang yun.
Okay, joke lang. Ayan. Tapos of course, from off the bench, no, I think, kung na-invite ka nila mag-guest sa show nila, pero from one of the hosts na nag-guest din kami, nakahabol, mga idol ko, guest nyo tonight sa sobrang idol ko, lahat ng shirt ko na dry fit UNIQLO. Pati napabili ako ng Puma shoes. God bless everyone. So, napabili siya ng So, okay guys, ito just to para at least as a fencer and as a gamer, rin si Maxine, she's a brand ambassador for UNIQLO and at the same time, she's promoting she's in a parang collaboration with Puma as well, 'di ba? So ako UNIQLO, actually I use UNIQLO din. And one of our guests, si Chino Trinidad, puro niya, sapatos niya is Puma. But ako more of Nike, Adidas ako, pero UNIQLO, that's my preferred brand to shop in. So ayan, thank you Maxine for being the ambassador.
He's so sweet.
Yeah, ang sweet naman, grabe. Ito yung dad mo ata to, di ba? Dad mo ba to?
Yes, that's my dad.
Okay. So parang sinasabi niya hindi daw siya yung killer, di ba? Hindi siya
Si Mas Pogi. Hindi daw siya si Mas Pogi.
Hello, Uncle
Tito.
Malvin. Yeah. Tito Malvin ES. Esteban, in short pen. Malvin, yan.
Yeah, love the comments, Dino.
Oo
So
nga
yun, so keep it coming. So I'm sure Maxine is really thrilled to see your comments and shoutouts. So Maxine,
guys, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Before mo continue, thank you guys for supporting Maxine, for tuning in, I hope you guys are learning, so keep sharing all of those learnings. Wag lang puriin masyado. May share naman tayo ng learnings, di ba? Iba naman.
Yeah, so speaking of learnings, so Maxine, back in 2015, so you know this kasi you've mentioned this in several interviews already, but you actually broke your hand. And ako interested ako malaman kasi just to show you, ako rin, I broke my hand and it hasn't been the same since. So, ayun, like for me personally, I just want to know your journey kasi nagka-surgery ka, you went months and months of physical therapy. Like, can you take us through the process of going to rehab, like overcoming the mental struggle and trying to regain that form, the confidence? Yun.
So I broke my hand like 2015 and I had to stop fencing for a while. Tapos, kasi I was holding like glass bottles and it was raining. Tapos, parang sabi ni mommy, mag-ingat ka, huwag ka madapa, ganyan. Tapos exacto, nadapa ako. But anyways, tapos like the
nabasag.
glass went in, yeah. And then, So I cut like 12 tendons and 2 nerves. Tapos
Oh
like
my
the
God.
tendons like retracted until here. So like originally yung cut is like ganito lang ka small. Pero since na-retract yung tendons until here, like they had to cut it like more pa. So like from here to here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then like I had to stay parang like they couldn't fix it yet kasi like lahat ng hand surgeons nasa Malaysia for a seminar. So I was like stuck like that
Oh
lang
my
for like
God.
days. And so we tried like a cosmetic surgeon para i-surgery siya.
Chill. Yeah.
Yeah, pero hindi siya nag-work. So I had to go through another general surgery. So I went through 2 general surgeries. Yung first one is yung
Wow.
fail nga. Tapos yung second one is yung okay na. And then after like the recovery period, sabi ng doctor na I can't fence for like more than 6 months. Pero
Wow.
like 1 month within the like recovery period, I started like fencing na. I even fence with my left hand, like my non-dominant hand. Kasi sobrang nainggit ako kasi my sister kasi she used to be a fencer also. So sobrang nainggit ako na nakapag-compete siya ganyan. So sabi ko, ako na nga rin mag-fencing. So I used my left hand ganyan para mag-fence. Yun. Tapos supposedly the rehab period is like once a day lang dapat for a year. Pero sobrang gusto ko talaga mag-recover na kasi gusto ko na mag-fencing. Parang na-worry talaga ako everyday na
Yeah.
hindi ako maka-shower by myself, ganyan. I can't do anything by myself. So, ginawa namin, instead of once a day, we do it twice a day. Like, whatever I do in Cardinal, I do at home also.
Mhm.
Right. Grabe. Kasi ako, nandiri ako bigla eh. Parang nalaglag yung glass. Di ba parang nabasag tapos hawak ng kamay mo. So parang it's so,
Yeah,
the pain must be excruciating for you.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay naman na yung hands mo ngayon, yung right hand, you're using it naman. I think based on
100% na ba?
No, it's not 100%. Like this one,
Nice.
I can close it properly like that. But then this
Yeah.
one, I can't. Like until
Yeah.
like my whole prayer dito.
Oo nga eh.
Yeah.
So is it because it's still healing for
No.
years or hindi na siya babalik to its normal form?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, shucks. So you're using your left na, right? If
No,
I'm not
right. I went back to my right.
okay. At least nagagamit pa rin. So,
Yeah, parang ano kasi, yung mobility niya nang hirap ibalik eh. I don't know if that's the same with you, Maxine. Kasi sa akin, yun, just to share lang briefly. Kasi, di ba, during the first few months, talagang kung paano siya na-cast, ganun na siya. You can't close your fist.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
was like this.
move it. Oh, yun, ganun nga. Yeah, and no matter how hard you try to, parang you really have to go to physical therapy talaga, which is a struggle in itself. So, yun, I can
Yeah.
only just imagine your struggle talaga. But, yun nga, you mentioned you tried out your left hand and medyo, naging successful ka pa nga during the tournaments, no? So, parang, yun lang, parang can you share like how that experience was like for you?
Oh, wala. I just wanted to have fun because yun nga, nainggit ako kay Mia. And so I was like, mag-fencing na rin ako. So I borrowed from like yung mga tao kasi I didn't bring anything talaga because I wasn't ready. Like I planned talaga not to fence that day. But yeah, so kasi sa fencing, you have to wear gloves on your dominant arm, like the arm that you use. Pero for me, I put for both kasi like if they hit it, then I'll go to another surgery. So yun. So I fenced with 2 gloves ganyan. Tapos wala, I just ended up 5th place. And then my sister got I don't know what she got, but she got a medal.
Yeah.
Right. So, actually, Ken, dapat yung mga friends ni Maxine sa Dota, no, dapat, they pray that hindi matamaan yung right hand niya kasi mawalan sila ng Dota friend, di ba? So, pasalamat sila, di ba, na hindi naging worse yung case, at least naka-recover siya, she's able to use it. Di ba, yun yung pang mouse eh. Di ba, pang Dota eh. Yung pang mouse yung right hand eh. So, pasalamat dapat yung mga friends niya, di ba? regaluhan yung December kasi kung 'di ba nagagamit yung right hand, 'di ba? Yun. May patawa lang naman ako, sana natawa yung mga nanonood. pero, pero parang hindi eh. So, ito of course, I think friend mo din, 'di ba? Good friend.
Yes, one of my best friends also.
Ang dami
He's
mong
he's
best
my
friend.
he's my Bible study leader.
Ayan.
Nice.
Yeah, actually kilala ko yung dad niya eh, si Aya Melvin, 'di ba? So si Aya Melvin. Hello Aya Melvin, sana ano siya, pero si Paolo is one of his sons, 'di ba? Kasama niya si Carlo Lim, right? Eto mukhang fellow fencer mo, Caris Gepuela, snake arm. I don't know what that means. So
No,
medyo
because
yung
like
mga
my arm was like this. Diba?
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. OMG. We have the same painting.
Oh, this?
Oo nga eh. Paano nangyari yon? So, it's either isa yung tunay, isa yung peke, di ba? So,
Baka pwede mo pareho.
baka
Legit.
parehas lang. Baka legit naman. Nag-away pa eh, no? Mas di legit yung akin. Ayan, pa-shoutout, Lods. Maxine Esteban.
Yeah, so Carissa's my barkada, like with me and AJ. Tapos, tatlo lang kami. Tapos, tawa kami ng tawa lagi. Pag magkasama kami. Parang weirdos.
Ayan. Eto, Noelito Jose. Pa-shoutout to. Mukhang fencer din to.
Fencer din.
Yeah, he's national team fencer also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's number 1 in the Philippines ng LA.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much, sir.
I think I've seen him do workout videos eh. I know him. Parang nagpo-push up siya eh. So ayan, ang gaganda ng mga comment natin, guys. Parang Ken, ang usapan dapat natin fencing pero nasi-shift tayo sa Dota, no? Kasi maraming
Bakit
Dota friends.
everyone? Ay, di ba teammate na lang? Bakit kalaban?
Ayan, so sorry guys kung hindi maka-relate. Tapos yung nag-quest, ito, baka gusto mong sagutin, Dota o ako? Ayan, patay.
Galing.
Siyempre, si Paolo.
Ayan, so friends before Dota, yan. Yan ang dapat. Di ba kasi Ken, meron tayong friend, chicks before friends eh, di ba? Kaya tawag natin sa kanya CBF.
CBF.
Diba? Oo.
CBF, oo.
Yan ang term namin pag yung sa college, inuuna yung chicks bago yung kami nila Ken, bago yung basketball, bago yung friends. So, sana naman, hindi CBF yung mga friends ni Maxine din, di ba? So, unahin yung friends si Maxine.
Yeah. Ayan pa. From
Yan,
Dino
last.
Aganon. Goat Ogre Support. Max, explain. O yan, explain daw.
Hindi, kami yung lane, yung lane na walang nakakatalo.
Oh! Ogre Mage ba yan?
Yeah, Ogre Mage.
Okay. Yan yung nagkakas-kas. Ewan ko, nalimutan ko na yun. Dota 1 lang kasi nakita naman sa edad eh, di ba? So, of course, si Anjanette, no? Paolo Lim ako. Grabe. May mga fans pala dito si Paolo, di ba? Ano ba to? May nabubuuhan something ba dito? Eto.
No, I think she meant like Paolo Lim or ako.
Okay. So, ayan, try Valorant. Yes.
Yeah, I'm
And
trying.
play League of Legends also, so we play together na. Ayan. So, inaaya mo siya sa sport, so ayain ka din niya sa sport niya. Ayan.
Yeah.
Grabe.
Grabe. So, Maxine, actually back in 2018 was such a dream year for you. So, napapasana all talaga kami kasi prior to the interview, we read all your credentials and yun na nga, yung 2018 stands out. Particularly your UAAP season and the 81st season. So, you broke the UE's 11-year championship run. Grabe. So, kumbaga, making the impossible possible. So, yun, I just wanna ask, like, how did that process went through? Kasi despite all the odds, not only did you beat UE, not only did you win the championship, you won Rookie of the Year, you won MVP on your first season. So,
Lady
grabe.
Eagle of the Year pa.
Eagle of the Year pa.
Saka, she mentioned earlier, di ba, yung she started 5th place, di ba? Yun yung parang competition niya coming from the injury, di ba? So, parang how did that process go? Galing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ever since I was a kid, sobrang dream ko talaga mag UAP. As in, nakita ko sila lagi na UE champion, ganyan, di ba? So, like, every year, I just watch them, ganyan. I'm just a spectator. Pero in my mind, I'm super excited talaga to compete in UAAP because, yeah, yun talaga dream ko na I wanna compete in UAAP. And so, when I was choosing a school, I chose Ateneo because, like, the coach there, like, he was the one who, parang, one of my father figures then, parang, he was like, basta parang sobrang intentional niya and super gusto talaga niya ako makuha. And that's like one of the things na I really considered when going to a school. And also na most of my friends kasi are in Ateneo then.
Yeah.
So, anyways, going back to the topic, when I entered UAAP, sobrang excited ko talaga. Like, I would message like the whole team. Parang gumawa talaga ako ng group chat para sa mga women's team. And I'm like, guys, this year is our best chance to win talaga. So, like, basta I was like pumping them up. I'm like, we can win champions, ganyan. Kasi
Yeah.
sobrang excited ko talaga. And then, yun, going to the competition, I didn't really expect na I would win gold in saber kasi it's not really my weapon. Kasi my
Right.
main weapon is foil. So my only job or like goal was to get gold in both team event and individual event. And I was like telling my teammate then na okay, like please, like you have to win the gold para mag-champion tayo, please, ganun. Kasi I really wanna beat the 11 feet champion. So yun, when I entered and competed in saber that morning, I even told my mom, I was like, Ma, my goal lang today is bronze. Kasi I really don't know how to play. I really don't know how to play saber. So goal ko lang talaga is bronze. Pero like the start of the competition, I lost my first two bouts, 5-0. And then I was like, oh my gosh, parang nagkamali ata yung coach ng kuha sa akin. Parang I was really regretting it na parang why did they get me ganyan kasi I don't think I deserve it because I don't even know how to play saber. So I talked to my coach after the losses. Tapos he was like, no pressure, just do your game ganyan. So from that time, I won my games like the third match until the pinaka end. And then sa semifinals, I fenced like national team member then and sa finals and semifinals. So
Mm.
yun. I was leading kasi all the way. So I was like the whole time I was super hyped. Hindi kasi yung parang I was losing, diba? Tapos
Yeah.
parang nakahabol lang, no? It's not like that. Like I was hyped from the start pa lang and wala, like my teammates are super supportive also and like everything is like just going to place and yun lang. Like I didn't really expect like medal for that event, but I think yun. Yeah. Basta I can never forget like UAAP. It's such a memorable competition for me.
Right. What shifted for you during that time? Parang sabi mo nga you lost your first two matches and then you begin to doubt yourself. Like parang what shifted for you
I
on
think
on
I
that?
just put like so much pressure in my like to myself. Like during the first two bouts. Like I was like, I have to win this or else we're not gonna be like
Ah,
there's little less chance of being champions, ganun. But after that, medyo like I kinda that
kalma.
like I'm not here naman to win the gold so I just have to do my best ganyan and
Yeah.
no pressure blah blah blah. So yun, from that time I did better.
Yeah. So parang nadala ka ng excitement, 'di ba? Kasi it's your first debut as a freshman. So parang
Yeah.
nadala ka lang din ng excitement and of course putting yourself in so much pressure. So when you were able to ground yourself, I guess, or nakalma ka, that was allowed you to focus more, 'di ba? To your matches na next matches, 'di ba? So galing. And nakakatuwa lang, I think what I got from that story is we were actually watching live yung UAP fencing when you were still young.
Yeah. Ever since I was in the national team, I would skip school just to watch UAP, like
Wow.
fencing.
'Di ba? So
Yeah.
I think the message here, 'di ba? Parang it's never parang you can always dream. 'Di ba? Parang normally nag-start out siya as a spectator lang of the sport, watching it live. and at some point in time, you're gonna be the one out there playing in the field na, di ba? Ang ganda lang nung story na for those people that are watching now na, you want to represent our country, you're dreaming that's gonna watch the replay, di ba? There's hope, di ba? Si Maxine started out as a spectator din. Skip school ba? Sorry.
Yeah.
Nag-skip school. Okay.
To,
At least graduate ka na, di ba? Graduate ka na sa high school. So, at least kahit makita ng mga teachers mo dito, wala rin sila magagawa, di ba? So, yun. Ang ganda lang nung story. Like, it's like a dream come true for people na, you start out as a spectator and you come out, as the athlete that people are gonna spectate at. Galing. May add ka ba doon, Maxine, sa thoughts na yun?
no naman. You said it 100% correct.
Tama, di ba? Parang,
Perfect,
you can always dream. You can always dream eh. Parang, like kami, parang si Ken, I think he idolizes si Stephen A. Smith sa, di ba Ken?
Ikaw yun eh.
Steve, di ako, Shannon Sharp ako eh, sa
pala.
States eh. Yung mga commentators sa States. So, we just idolize them. Just watch them regularly. And you never know,
Yeah.
di ba? Parang, you just do something about it, do your best, and you'll get there.
Yeah.
Ang ganda lang ng takeaway. So, parang, anything is possible. Just
Yeah, and
have to have
also
that excitement. Go.
Yeah, also it's never too late to dream. Kasi I started fencing super late, diba? And like Dota
Yeah.
also super late. Pero, like, I'm sure a lot of people are also like that na they started realizing their goals late. Pero it's never late. It's never too late to start dreaming and start pursuing your dreams.
Yeah. Tayo nga, Dino, dumating pa sa puntong tagkaroon ng pandemic, nagbuo tayo ng podcast. Ilang taon na tayo. Ayoko na i-reveal. Basta mas
Ako
matanda
nga,
tayo kay Maxine.
Ako nga, I started pursue. Kasi ang love ko talaga nasa sports. Kaya nga nandito tayo sa For the Love of the Game. But I started really getting involved in sports was when I was actually 27 na. Which was 3 years ago. I'm an accountant by profession, pero I started 27. And then, I'm still young. Like, mas matanda pa si Maxine sa fencing kaysa ako sa career in sports, di ba? So, it's never too late. You can always go for it, di ba? With just excitement and, the passion and the love for it. Galing.
Yeah. So, Dino, let's go through some comments, no? Ang dami na nagko-comment na naman. From AJ.
Lady Eagle of the Year. Ayan. So, ilang exclamation point. May kasi ako sa math eh. So,
Sige, bilangin mo.
Walo. And of course, from Sports Corner, watching from, I don't know what's headquarters nila.
Headquarters.
Oh, headquarters, di ba? Daming terms na hindi ko alam ngayon gabi. Di ba? Snake arm, may HQ pa tayo, di ba? Layman's terms tayo, guys, kasi hindi kami educated ni Ken sa Dota masyado. And of course, Michelle Santiago Atianzar. Good luck sa streaming, Maxine.
Thank you.
Kilala mo ba siya? Or ano?
Yeah, she's my tita.
Okay. Sorry. Hello po. Hello po, Michelle. Okay.
Kala ko classmate lang ni Maxine.
Ayun. Tapos, pinusuan na din tayo. The first pusuan sa natin. Ria Rivera. 3 hearts.
She's my yaya. Ever since I was born.
So house help nyo? House help nyo siya?
Yeah, from the time I was born pa lang. So,
Uy,
she's like my second mom.
Hello po.
Ayan. So, na-witness niya yung pagdodota ni, sa pagtawag sa kanya, uy, kain na.
Yun, malamang. Ganun nga.
Oo, ganun yun.
Nangyayari.
Uy, matulog ka na. Dodota ka pa eh. Joke lang. Pero, ito, of course, nireiterate lang what was discussed earlier. It's never too late to dream. From Kathy, yeah. I totally agree. Ito, medyo iniba lang yung version. May ing lang. It's never too late to start dreaming. Ayan, nilagay lang. Maxine Esteban, 2020. December 2020.
Yun.
Ayan, may pahabol. Applying the skills that we have learned from the sport to real-life situations is kind of more important than the medals we have obtained in competitions. Maxine, maybe you wanna add on to this? Or...
Yeah, it's like saying the skills, like the lessons that you learned, like being thankful, grateful for everything that you have, is like more important than yung actual medals. Because what's the use of a gold medal if you're super yabang and like you
Yeah.
know
Yun, di ba? So guys, wag tularan si Maxine, de joke lang. Noong 2018, noong 2018. Siyempre ngayon, di ba? Yan ang tutularan na. Yan ang great example for, I mean, I think you're setting yourself as a great example for the younger generation. As a 20-year-old, as a 20-year-old woman, you're trying to achieve so many things, but at the same time, you're humble, 'di ba? While achieving all of these things. I think maganda siyang tularan for a lot of the younger generation. 'Di ba?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so Maxine, I have another question, no? So, kasi some athletes, kasi yun nga, you're the youngest, but most of the athletes that became guests here, they have the certain period kasi na ano eh, like they felt like they weren't improving anymore. So si Jesse Lacuna mentioned it, Dino, di ba? EJ, of course, in the previous episode. So in your case, Maxine, meron bang point na pang you felt like you weren't improving, naging stale na yung skills mo, and how did you address that?
Yeah. Like right after 2018, like what I said, yung like 2019, I felt like everything was taken away from me.
Mhm.
That's why I wasn't confident like going into SEA Games 2019 because not like the rest of my teammates who were able to train like in Korea for 2 months prior to the Southeast Asian Games. And kasi they took a leave of absence. Pero in Ateneo kasi, if you take leave of absence in ME, you get kicked out of the program na agad. So I couldn't take a leave of absence and couldn't train with them. So going into Southeast Asian Games, I felt na I was really not ready, and I was in the point na I wanted to message my coach talaga, like the national team head coach, and be like, I want to give up my individual slot now because I don't think I'm ready and I don't think I deserve the spot. Because unlike the rest of my teammates who can actually train with high level athletes, me, I'm just stuck here and I can't fence with anyone because everyone's there na. So I guess that was the time when I felt na I wasn't improving, na parang nothing's going on every day. And yeah, going into SEA Games, I wasn't confident and I just did my best. But yeah, I can't say also that I'm happy with the results because I know that like my team could have done better in
Great.
like the team event. Like yeah, we're really disappointed then kasi parang uh yun nga na parang we expected more than what we got.
Right.
Yeah,
Was this in reference to 2019 or the 2017?
2019.
Yeah.
Mhm.
2017, walang pressure sa amin eh. Kasi
Yeah.
it was our first time and we were super young pa that time.
I
So,
think you
wala talagang,
bronze medalist eh. Nakita ko, I think based on, if I correct me if I'm wrong, nag-bronze medalist ng 2017 Southeast Asian Games si Maxine, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, walang pressure at all. Like, we just went there and we were like, happy lang, like that, no pressure.
Right, right. And
Pero
now,
iba
now that
talaga.
you won the last one coming into 2019, there was more pressure kasi you guys,
Yeah,
the recent one was you were a bronze medalist, so there's added pressure. I
yeah.
see. How did you manage
Yeah.
to balance all of that? Kasi I think it's quite difficult na, di ba you mentioned nga yung ME mo, tapos right now you're juggling, may ME ka na, may fencing ka pa, may Dota ka pa, meron ka pang business, may fundraiser ka pa. So you're juggling like 5 things like at the same time right now. So parang what's your ano kasi in ano I'm not saying it's wrong kasi I mean in comparison to Jamie naman, parang she had to let go of karate for during the time that she was in UP.
Yeah.
Like what's
Yeah.
your ano parang what's your take on that?
For me, sometimes I find myself reflecting. Parang if I made the right decisions to like jungle everything. Kasi like I feel like sometimes it's not the right time to do something. Kasi let's say I took ME, one of the hardest courses in Ateneo, and also at the same time when I was 17, it was like the prime time of my fencing career. Na I could have used it to, train abroad, join a lot more competitions. Um, yun. And being an ME, parang it's so hard because professors are harder on you kasi
Quota course yun. Quota course.
yeah,
Yeah.
they expect more from you. Yeah, and the difficulty of the level of academics is like way harder talaga. And so if yun nga, it's really hard. Sometimes I look back and parang I wonder like how I was able to parang juggle everything and still manage. But I can't say naman na I excelled in all because yun nga, parang I don't think I did. But I'm not really satisfied with the results with, both. But like I think that it's the best I can give and I don't really want to compromise my study naman for fencing or for Dota.
Right.
Because for me, like studies is the most important thing. And also na I also could have, like studied abroad para I could have more fencing opportunities.
Right.
But then for me, like during this quarantine, it really emphasized the importance of family. Na parang nothing can precede family. If I go abroad, then I won't be close with my sisters na, and I won't be basta, I'll be distant with my family and I won't see them as often. And for our family kasi, we're really super close to each other and yun nga, parang sabi ni mommy, parang, if pumunta ka sa US, sama ko sa'yo. Tapos sabi ni daddy, pag pumunta si mommy sa US, sasama din ako. So like, I don't want naman to hassle everyone to like come with me and, change our lives pa.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, so
Yeah.
guys, ang nakita ko dito, number 1, family. Number 2, studies. So yung mga nagdodota dyan, aral muna. Yun ang di ba? But of course, we just wanna thank din si Jericho, no? Shoutout naman sa host, galing nyo rin. Thanks, bro.
Wait, thank you, Jericho.
Thank you, Jericho, for that comment. Really appreciate it. Syempre, grabe, di ba, ginajuggle niya yung 5 things, di ba? So si Anjanette, di ba, sabi niya, max lang, malakas, di ba? So,
Actually, Dino, gusto kong tanong dyan. Bakit
Okay,
ME
game.
pinili ni Maxine? Kasi ang hirap na course yan eh.
Oo nga
Actually,
So, tapos, di ba, tapos at the same time, knowing that she's gonna be a student athlete, pinili niya yung mahirap na course, di ba? Parang hindi ata siya challenge pag ibang course eh. Yung nakikita ko.
No. It's because my first choice was really legal management because I want to be a lawyer after I graduate. But then like when I passed LM, like that was my first choice kasi when I passed na, I was like okay na. But then like someone messaged me and he was like like you can't like parang you're LM because you can't pass ME ganyan. So I wanted to prove
na-trigger.
like ganun na. Tingnan mo, di ako kapasok ng ME. So I did. I wrote a letter of appeal to Ateneo. I was like, can I switch course? Ganyan. I want to go to ME. Ganyan. And then so it got approved. And then I went to ME.
So nag-reply ka sa kanya?
Hindi. He just, course mate ko na siya eh. So now he knows na,
ME
I
ka.
can, I mean,
You deserve to be there. You deserve to be there. So since nandun ka na, napatunayan mo na, do you have plans of shifting back to LM or wala naman?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Because my mom said naman na any course can be a pre-law course. So,
okay. Got it.
I think at least, yeah, good naman.
Nice. And apparently, Ken, since na-mention nga niya yung law, he wants to be a lawyer, yung pre-interview natin kagabi, di ba? He's an Ateneo professor sa law school, si Attorney Mickey Ingles. So he's actually guesting with us on the 2021 na, January. So shout out kay Attorney Mickey Ingles. Nabanggit kasi yung law, di ba? So he's specializing in sports law, which is an interesting topic that we're gonna tackle on come January 2021 with Attorney Mickey Ingles. Of course, I just wanna shout out Vance Clarin. I think she started tuning in with us nung last episode, KEJ. Correct, Ken?
Yeah.
Tama, no? Yeah. Right, so, thank you, Vance, for tuning in. I hope you can watch the replay so you can learn from the journey of Maxine. Yeah, so thank you, Vance. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. Natawa lang talaga ako kasi na-provoke talaga si Maxine. Parang hindi mo talaga, tingin mo, hindi ko kaya.
No, kasi I super like challenging things. Na parang if someone challenges me na I can't do something, the more na I want to do it.
Yeah. Sa fencing ba may ganong instance din?
Uh, yeah.
Wala naman.
Like,
Meron.
Sa Dota for sure. Kasi di ba trash talkan dun eh.
Oo, yun doon meron.
Puro BB, BB, BB. Di ba pag napatay ka, BB.
Di ba GG?
Hindi. BB is like for the syempre
Dota.
foul term. BB, di ba? BB
Foul
ka.
term.
BB ka,
Okay.
di ba? Ganun ang trash talkan sa Pilipinas eh, di ba?
yeah.
So sa fencing, wala naman. Like, wala bang opponent who told you like, wala, tinalo na kita last time eh. Di ba? Ganun. Wala naman.
No naman. It's just more of them saying na, oh, magaling lang yan kasi nag-training yan abroad, ganun, or something like that. And I'm like, okay.
Okay, so may mga haters ka pala. So ano yung may haters ka ba?
Meron, pero it's fine. I don't really care. I don't really mind them.
Okay. So parang it doesn't really affect you or distract you having those kinds of like saan ba yung if you can describe saan nanggagaling yung haters mo? Social media ba? Sa fencing community or saan ba yung haters mo nanggagaling? I'm just curious lang.
Like I think also like in the fencing community. Yeah. Oh yun. Like I don't really mind them. Like I just treat it as a motivation for me to do better. Because I super love challenges. Like if someone says na I can't do something, the more I'm gonna be like, ganun ah. Like, I'm gonna train so hard talaga to prove you wrong.
Ayan. So wag
Alam
niyo
mo sino
tatrash.
naaalala ko dyan, Dino?
Sino?
Si Kat, ganyan na ganyan. Si Kat.
Katan?
Yeah.
Oh, nanonood pa ba siya
diba?
din ngayon? Baka busy
nanonood.
siya.
Also,
Baka busy.
Yeah.
I think also parang maraming mga people like they look down on Filipinos. Like
Right,
yung mga fencers abroad, like they look down on Filipinos. Like once they see na parang I'm against a Filipino, they're gonna be like so happy and like easy lang yan, ganyan.
Parang
Pero,
easy match. Easy match.
Easy match. Ganun. But I want to be like one of the reasons why they'll be like, ay, Filipino, hirap pala, ganyan. But like, I want them to know na Filipinos are also talented. Because we are very talented. Like,
So
Filipinos
parang you wanna raise the bar to prove na hindi kami push over. Correct?
Yeah.
You wanna set the tone for that.
Yeah.
It's basically paving the way. It's basically paving the way for, kumbaga, you want to set yourself as an example so that hindi na, ang treatment or impression of Filipino fencers is not pushovers, which is a great, kasi you're gonna pave the way for a lot of aspiring fencers here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I think sila EJ ganun din, 'di ba? Kaya si EJ, he wants to like pave the way for pole vaulting. So that's really maybe that's the reason why you guys are so great is because your ambition and dream is so big. Hindi kayo nagse-settle for less, 'di ba? You wanna raise the bar, you wanna raise the flag, or you wanna carry the flag for your sport itself. Galing.
Yeah. Any comments on that, Maxine?
No naman, but like yun nga, like I take it as a motivation lang. Like if I hear stuff like that, instead of course ma-hurt ako sa start. I'm like, ouch.
Yun nga parang, di ba?
Pero like after I compose myself and I'm like, I'm better than this, and I'm gonna pick up my sword and start training again.
Correct. Yeah, and I think when I look at all yung mga gines natin, Ken, including si Maxine, what makes them really special and different is they don't want to play by the norm. They don't want to be like put in a box. They actually want to break the status quo. 'Di ba? Parang ang norm kasi ngayon like ang treatment ng foreigners sa sabi nga ni Maxine is pushover. So parang they want to change and break that norm. They want to change and make a difference. So that's something na parang common denominator ng lahat ng mga naging guests natin is they don't want to play by the rules. 'Di ba? They respect the rules but they want to they want to make a difference. They want to create a new path for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and thankfully na sobrang daming young fencers ngayon na who are training talaga competitively, training abroad then, and they can also join competitions internationally.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure one day they'll also be really good, and um, I hope na like one day we can also produce a Filipina Olympian.
Right. May
Yeah.
question ako, since may haters ka, meron ka bang mga ano rin nagme-message sa'yo or they approach you during tournaments na Maxine, you inspire me. May ganun ba?
I'll tell you the funniest one na lang. So
Ano
so
no?
I'll tell you
May
the
story
funniest
siya.
one.
Okay.
Yung
Game.
pinaka-funny na na nag-message akin. So one time may isang person nag-message akin, tapos sabi niya like he's a great, like he looks up to me daw ganyan, and then he started sending me his whole resume. Like he sent me his whole resume, like a file, yeah. And then
Resume.
yeah, and then he was like, can I? Parang isa, like it was so funny.
Right. How do you feel about that? Na knowing you have haters at the same time, there are people that look up to you.
Of course, like these people are like my inspiration talaga to do better, because I know na I can't just give up, because if I give up, then it will not only affect me, but it will also affect all these people.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, sila yung foundation mo or anchor mo, one of the anchors that pushes you to go further.
Yeah.
Right. Galing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ubusin
Yung magandang comment. Okay, sinong haters ko? Ubusin natin. Paolo, paano ba natin uubusin yan? Diba? Dapat legal, diba? Hindi pwede illegal. Diba? Mahirap na. And of course, just to add, coming from Katan, Ken, ikaw na lang.
Yun, she was gonna say, they're gonna say a lot of things about you, but at the end of the day, you do it for yourself. People say things against you because they know you are great in what you do, and they're not.
Aray, may
Feisty
patama.
words from the One-Armed Mamba.
Buti na lang, di ako tinamaan, di ba?
Yeah. Yun, so, Max, just going to the next topic, no? Kasi you've mentioned how...
Teka, may nakakatawa kayo.
Oh,
So,
sige.
legal way naman, pagpe-pray natin ang mga haters. Okay, so, tama, Paolo, good job. Role model dito si Paolo eh. So, kung may haters ka, pag-pray nyo na lang, di ba? Na sana maging healthy sila, maging mabuti silang tao. Ganong bagay, di ba? Magbago na sila.
Ayun, so Max, kasi you've mentioned other fencers trying out fencing. So what do you think is the current state of the Philippines fencing program right now? And as part of you promoting the sport, like what do you need? What do you think needs to be done so that fencing can be more appreciated and pursued here in the country?
Like right now, sobrang daming new fencers na, like yung mga young fencers, as in sobrang dami na nila, and I'm super happy because they're actually sobrang interested, kasi yung like syempre if you're a kid, sometimes you're not sure pa of what your sport is, diba? Pero them, they're super serious talaga, like they even post mga videos ganyan of them training ganyan, like even during this pandemic and like prior to this pandemic, they also go compete internationally, and yun, I think na like super gagaling sila, like even better than us. So I'm really happy about that, and I guess I just have to keep doing what I'm doing right now, like I want to be able to set a bar for them so that they can one day like take over me. Because like they can't they can't parang look up to someone if the bar is super low lang, diba? So like I want to be able to inspire them and set a bar for them, like let's say win this junior World Cup, and then pagdating sa kanila, they have to win a senior World Cup, and then next generation is Olympics na, ganyan.
Correct. You set the bar so that you give people an opportunity to set the bar higher. Tama ba?
Yeah.
So basically in short, redundant no, basically in short. So, sana hindi napapanood ng English teacher ko. Basically, or in short, the future is bright for Philippine fencing, right?
Yeah.
So, ano naman, just so they understand how fencing is done. Kasi, yun lang, parang they don't understand kasi what goes through training. So, can you just give a glimpse lang? Like, what do you think Filipinos overlook when it comes to fencing? Like, ano yung mga feeling mo hindi nila naintindihan na, kasi syempre, ang daming, daming, haters or whatnot. But yun,
I don't know, like maybe they think na fencing is just like our training is just fencing with each other, like playing with each other, ganyan. Kasi that's
yeah,
what they see in competitions, diba? But no,
right.
like
Yeah.
in trainings, we have syempre physical conditioning because you have to have like super strong body to be able to fence because it's literally like 9 minutes of non-stop na like naka-squat ka na you just lunge ganyan. And second, we also have individual lessons. So we have like a 1 hour lesson with our coach. So he teaches us parang new skills, new techniques, ganyan. And yun, I guess it's really not easy.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think may footwork pa yan di ba? You have to
Yeah.
move in a certain way, di ba?
Yeah.
Paano ka atras, aabante ka, atake ka, di ba? I think there's a factor din ng conditioning dun sa aspect ng fencing.
Yeah. And in fencing, you have to play smart talaga. Because, like, having a strong body isn't enough. Like, you have to be smart enough to... It's like badminton. Parang knowing when to drop or when to smash, where to put the ball.
Right.
The shuttlecock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Parang sayo din di ba? Kasi you mentioned parang you're like dancing din. You really have to
Yes.
have good footwork, di ba?
But, that's why I'm not on top because I don't know how to dance.
Talaga. Talaga. Yung pala So, kailangan na dance lessons, di ba? So, kung meron man dito, willing to help out si Maxine. Message nyo, dance lessons. Diba?
Yun.
Baka meron tayong mga viewers na may kilalang dance teacher. Di ba? Turuan siya mag-cha-cha. Naalala ko kasi, Ken, di ba nung PE natin sa Lasal, nagda-dance lesson, may dance class tayo, di ba? Required siya, parang sa either ballroom or hip-hop. Nagkataon tayo, ballroom tayo, di ba? So, kawawa ata yung boys nun sa class natin kasi ang dami nung girls, di ba? So, we have to dance like 3 women sa class natin kasi kulang yung guys, di ba? Nakapagod yun, pero at least masaya naman, di ba? Maganda sana kung maganda yung partner mo, di ba? Joke lang. Nahuhuli ako dito, nahuhuli ako.
Yun. Yeah. So, Maxine, I just want to ask, looking back at your colorful career, kasi you're relatively young but you have achieved so much in life already. But yun lang, just a reflection lang of everything that you've done. What were the most valuable things that you've learned and helped you throughout your career and your life as well?
Well, like the first part of my journey, I learned to be goal-oriented and like to set a goal for myself and to be determined enough, to be disciplined enough to actually reach the goal. But like in the middle of my journey naman, when I experienced many failures, I learned to be humble because through these failures,
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
wait, sorry, nag-robot. Okay,
Okay.
like through these failures, you learn how to be humble. Like that's when you learn how to find Christ in that journey. And I hope na if people go through something like I did, like being entitled, being mayabang like that, I hope na it won't be too late for them to realize it because it's really hard to bounce back from it. Like, and it's really painful na parang every day you just question yourself, like why you did so bad in this competition or why were you like that? Why did you act this way? Ganyan. So I guess to be humble, to be grateful for everything you have, and to be determined enough to like reach for your goals. And yun nga, like what I said kanina, it's never too late to dream. If you have a dream on your mind, then pursue it and don't be like scared to like venture on something. Like do it with all your heart.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. Parang ang nakita ko dito Ken yung yung having a goal and getting to your goal. So, yung mentality ni Maxine isn't about setting a goal. Kung ma-reach, okay. Kung hindi ma-reach, okay lang din. But I think what I'm getting out of this is doing whatever it takes to reach the goal. Right? Tama ba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tama ba? Did I get it right? Yeah. And at the same
Yeah.
time, being humble in defeats, di ba? Being humble and honoring God through that process.
Yeah. You know, my teacher said nga before, like, ang matamis na mangga, yun yung mga binabato. So, like, it means na, it means na parang people will hate on you just because you're successful in what you're doing. Or like,
Yeah.
that's why people like that really need God in their lives. Because it's like when the devil wants to provoke you to do something, but you shouldn't let them do it.
Right. Yeah. Makes a
Yeah.
lot of perfect sense. Yeah, I think, we before we continue on, meron pa tayong comments. Of course, Paul Barba, I think, has been tuning in with us, Ken, no?
Yeah,
Couple
yeah.
of episodes before.
Mhm.
Ayun. So, hi, Paul. Thanks for tuning in with us. And of course, to our existing viewers right now. Of course, just to reiterate what we were discussing earlier on, sabi ni Kat, sabi nga nila, ang puno, binabato lang kapag may bunga na.
Mali ba yung quote ko?
Okay, parang same no? Pero,
Oh.
okay,
Pareho.
so mali yung quote niya. yung matamis na mangga, yun yung binabato. Ano yung sabihin? Ang puno, binabato lang kapag may bunga na. Di ko magets yun.
Binabato yung puno
Like,
kasi may bunga. So,
yeah, para
lalaglag
mahulog yung mangga.
Yun. Yan, exactly.
Okay. So, para mahulog yung mangga. Okay. Sabi ni Maxine, pag ang matamis na mangga, yun yung binabato.
Wait,
Mga
but
sayang naman.
it also makes sense, like, like they don't get the bulok na mangga, di ba?
Right.
Overripe ones.
Correct. Tinatapon yun, di ba? Yung, ayan. So, ito, of course, yeah, it was Frosh. Nagbo-ballroom dancing kami. And from Kishori, it's never too late to dream. You know her, Maxine?
No.
Okay, so hi Kishori, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate for sharing your insights as well for what you're learning. Magkaiba ang lesson sa Ateneo at Lasal, di ba? So sa kanya, ang matamis na mangga, yun yung binabato. So, ito kasi sikat, si SBN eh. So, ang puno binabato lang kapag may bunga na. So, magkaiba yan, syempre. Magde-debate pa sila kung ano yung mas tama, di ba? Kasi Ateneo Lasal yan. And of course, fencing helps emphasize agility, alertness, and endurance. Yan.
Yeah. Do you agree with that, Max?
Do you agree with that, Max? Yeah, so she agrees with it.
Yeah. So, Maxine, of course, 2020 almost coming to a close. So, looking forward to 2021. So, what are your goals for that particular year? And what do you think do you need to improve on as an athlete and as a human being?
Well, right now, everything that's in my mind is just Dota, like streaming. So in
Yeah.
2021, I want to be able to successfully launch my streams, and I don't know because I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous to even start one. So I want to be able to launch my stream na finally.
Mhm.
Sana and like before 2021, and sana everything will be back to normal so that we can all go to training na and compete internationally na rin. Kasi ang hirap na, like, especially in combat sports, like, if wala ka naman kalaban, di ba? Like, ikaw lang mag-isa. So, I hope na
Correct.
everything will be back to normal na.
Tama.
Right.
Yun. And sana rin, maging okay na kasi I super miss my classmates na. I want to go back to school. And
Yeah.
party. Joke lang, I don't party.
Patay tayo dyan.
Talaga ba?
Patay tayo.
No, like, hang out with my friends lang.
Right. Yeah.
Eat fish
So,
ball
Mac-
in UP.
Yun. Nakakain ka na ba ngayon? Or hindi? Medyo iwas
I did.
ka? Talaga?
But the other day, di ba, you went to, the first time I heard about it, Gubat, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang
The-
street food din ba yun, yung kinainan niyo?
It's like No, it's like Filipino ata. Yeah, Filipino.
I see, I see. First time ko kasi narinig yung Ken, may binanggit siyang gubat. Yung sa Ateneo daw, may gubat daw yung term ng place doon. Alam mo ba yung
Yes.
Ken? Ateneo ka eh.
Diba?
Ateneo High School ka eh.
Hindi, high school
I think it's
pero
new. I
college
think
di
it's
ko
new.
alam.
It's new. It's new.
Bago-
Okay, so di na
bago lang.
Bago lang. So it's like in Ateneo daw eh. There's a gubat.
It's right in front of UP. It's so yummy.
Best
Yeah.
hidden spot in ano yung up gubat? UP gubat.
UP.
UP gubat. Kala ko up gubat.
Ano yun? Doon
Ah,
ba
it's
may mga quick, no?
No, it's like lechon kawali with the
Wow.
salted egg plus
I think
rice.
Sarap.
I think it's like
tapos-
yung
Yeah.
I think it's like the agno for us, Ken, no? Yung salasal. Late lang ng agno, hindi naman. Parang ganun eh.
And you can't eat with spoon and fork. You have to eat with your hand.
Okay. Nice.
You cannot eat with spoon and fork. Okay.
Kamay.
Nag-isip pa ako eh. Nag-isip pa ako dun.
Yeah. So yan, best hidden spot in UP, Gubat.
Yan.
Yeah. Yeah, so Max, as a parting shot for our viewers, kasi of course, you're openly promoting your sport and I love what you're doing. We love what you're doing actually kasi you've been a trailblazer when it comes to fencing here in the Philippines. So, what is your message for the Filipinos who want to become a fencer just like you and dream of representing the Philippines one day?
I hope if you're a fencer right now or like maybe in the future, I hope that you don't give up. And if you're planning to start fencing and you think na it's too late na, please don't ever think that because just like me, I started so late na and I don't want you to give up on your dreams and end up next time being like, what if I became a fencer and I became successful, and sana you don't lose your interest in fencing because the Philippines needs more fencers.
Ayan.
Yeah, nice.
Yan. Perfect. Yeah, and of course, we want to take this opportunity as well to talk about, the things that you're currently doing right now. And I think
Right.
one of those is Everyday Solutions PH. And maybe share to our viewers right now what Everyday Solutions PH is, why did you start it, and what does it do?
I started it during quarantine and I've actually wanted to start my own e-commerce website ever since before pa. But then I never really had the time to kasi sobrang busy nga. So this quarantine, sobrang daming time ko. Kaya I started my own e-commerce website. And that's actually the reason why I also enrolled in, like Coursera courses so that I can have knowledge about starting my own startup, my business, ganyan. So Everyday Solutions is basically an online hardware shop where you can just shop like mga Akari items, Honeywell, Sanveer, Cherry Mobile. Yeah.
Wow. So it's basically an online store, right? Wala siyang physical store, it's an online store.
Yeah.
So ano yung perfect, sino yung mga perfect na tina-target yung like should check out Everyday Solutions?
Sorry?
Sino yung mga like you wanna shout them out that they should check out? Parang sino ba yung businessman or like a regular person lang or
I think just regular people because I think Akari is very very like maraming products sila na it's not really for just one type of person. Like
Yeah.
extension cords, bulbs.
so it's basically
Safe.
for everyone. It's basically
Like
for everyone.
Honeywell, safes. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically so guys, if you want, yung Everyday Solution you can check out Everyday Solutions PH. They have a website. 'Di ba? Nax may website tayo, wala ka tayong website, 'di ba? So may Facebook page sila and may Instagram account as well. So yun. So you can just message them there, right? Maxine?
Yes.
Okay.
We
yeah,
reply very fast.
we reply very fast. So pagka message mo, reply agad, ganoon, 'di ba? So, parang tusok yung fencing, 'di ba? Na-apply pa rin niya yung fencing niya doon. And of course, 'di ba, you wanna promote of course your social media accounts. You have your Instagram and Twitter. Maybe talk about invite people to, follow you, and ano yung makukuha nila by following your Instagram and Twitter. Diba? Yan.
Follow my Instagram at the Max Factor, and you'll see all my funny TikToks of me not dancing but only making pa cute. And
Nagtatagalog ka din doon, di ba? Kahit di nga,
yeah,
kahit di nga nagtatagalog ngayon, di ba? So, guys, she's going outside her comfort zone, di ba? Sa Instagram niya. So, kung you learn something a lot from her and, you resonate with her, makikita mo outside comfort zone, di ba? Pero, syempre, lip sync, di ba? Yung nagtatagalog siya. Nagtataray. Yun tumatak sa akin, eh.
yeah.
Diba? So, yun. So, you can follow, correct, the Max Factor at Instagram and Maxine_Esteban on Twitter. Correct. Yun. So, yeah, tapos nakikita mo dun kung saan side siya, kay Mr. Han ba siya or kay Dosan, di ba? So, kung nanonood kayo ng startup, pwede nyo rin i-check out yan. And of course, yeah, the startup. Do you recommend, Maxine, for people to watch startup since weekend is coming, the December break is coming? Baka you wanna promote it ba or
Yes.
kasi hindi ko tinapos kasi na heartbroken ako dun sa outcome eh. Kaya hindi ko tinapos eh. I knew it was coming eh, 'di ba? Pero would you recommend it?
You can only watch it if you're gonna be Team Mr. Han. Pero pag Team Dosan ka, hindi mo pwede panoorin na.
Yan.
Si Han ba si Nam Joo Hyuk, no? Tama ba?
I'm not sure.
No. Si Nam Joo Hyuk ata si Dosan. Si Nam Joo Hyuk.
Si Dosan.
Yes. Ayan, sikat. Ayan, oh. Sikat
Move on ka
na, ayan,
daw.
oh. Tapos na yan, move on na. Hindi ako makamove on. Hindi mo nga tinapos. Hindi ako makamove on. And of course, at the same time, you have this project of yours that you're currently building on, yung giving back to your community. And I think during your birthday back in November 26, if I'm not mistaken, naalala ko pa, di ba? Maybe talk about it. What's your initiative? Why are you building it? And sino yung nagbe-benefit dito? And maybe invite people to support your initiative. Yung a small thing goes a long way.
So this one has actually 3 phases. The 2 phases are done now. So this is the third phase now. And for the third phase, we decided to ask for funds so that we can give tablets to employees of Ateneo and ICA, because these 2 schools are like the closest to my heart. And so I wanted to give back to them also, like yung mga employees in ICA, because sobrang close ako with them. Kasi like may suki din ako doon. Like I always buy from her like every recess ganyan. So I really want to give back to them, and yung mga guards doon sobrang close din ako with them. And yeah, and sa mga Ateneo na employees then, because I know na a lot of them lost their jobs because di ba nag-close na yung school, like closing wala yung school ngayon, so like a lot of them don't have a job. And also na di ba the typhoon, like it also like ruined their business then.
Yeah. Gets. So this is basically providing laptops for the kids of the employees sa Ateneo at saka ICA?
Yeah.
Wow. It's basically giving back to your school at the same time. You're helping out yung mga employees doon. Para, di ba, since nawala sila ng work, binibigyan na lang niya ng laptops for the kids. So again, the goal is to help Filipino children continue their education through online learning. Wow. And there's the details on how to donate. So you can just screenshot this so that you can reach out to Maxine. For inquiries, you can reach out to her on Twitter and Instagram. So deposits, you have BDO, GCash, and PayPal. So, yan. Okay. Next year, mag-support ako dyan. Of course, di ba? Yan, ipon-ipon lang. And of course, last but not the least, you're full-time ka Dota. Parang full-time Dota kasi your focus is that maybe, you're building your streaming channel. Maybe invite people to subscribe and follow you on your Facebook page and Instagram. Facebook page and YouTube. And what are they gonna tune in dito sa ano? Kasi based on sa comments, magaling maglaro si Max nagbubuhat di ba? So maybe invite people to
Oh.
actually, kinahiya nga ako kasi tayo ang konti lang subscribers niyo. Guys, dagdagan niyo naman subscribers. Si Maxine, wala pa siyang content. More than 100 na yung subscribers niya. So medyo nahiya ako for us, di ba? So, galingan pa natin, Ken, kasi si Maxine masyadong ginagalingan, di ba? So Maxine, promote yung ano mo, yung
You can follow me in Maxine Esteban Gaming, and that's my Facebook page, and my YouTube channel is called Maxine Esteban. Yeah.
Ayan.
And
So
you'll see me
what are they gonna get out from, tuning in with this Max Gaming?
I'll be having a lot of giveaways, and you'll
Yun!
see me playing
Yun.
mostly Dota, but then
Ay.
I'm still trying to venture out sa ibang games.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Anong giveaways natin dyan?
I
iPhone,
mean,
ganun?
No, I made the list now because I wanted naman like my giveaways to be like collaboration with my sponsors, because I don't want also like to spend a lot for giveaways. So
Yun. Perfect. UNIQLO, yun!
yeah,
Baka
UNIQLO.
uy, grabe, tutune in ako dyan kasi bumibili ako sa UNIQLO. Sana yung card na may 1,000 pesos.
Yun
Uy,
nga, yun, GC
yun.
and
Yeah. At least,
extension cords.
medyo kilala na natin si Maxine, baka paboran tayo. Joke lang. Pero mukhang masaya yan So guys, grabe yung giveaway niya. May Puma, may UNIQLO.
Yeah, I also Puma din.
Oo, di ba? Or baka yung chair na yan, yung Secret Lab, di ba? Tapos yung mic, yung Mauno, di ba? So guys, abangan yan. Daming giveaway, di ba? Sabi nga ni Diego Francisco, stream na. Position 5, God. Di ba? Natalie Wu, Max will always have first blood in Dota and in fencing. Ayan.
Galing.
So sweet.
Tapos, maybe you wanna shout out si Paul Barba.
Yeah, he's super supportive to me. Like he always messages me. He's so sweet.
Yeah.
Shout
And hope
out
to
to Paul.
hope to see you compete in the SEA Games next year ba?
Next
Next year pala. Tama.
Oh, it's so fast.
Bilis no. Nakakatawa sa ng SEA Games. So 2020 is about to end, so laban lang. Yan. And Angel Rodriguez, good luck.
Thank you.
Do you know her or hindi? Hindi No.
No.
Yeah. So Angel, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting Maxine, and of course from Marilyn Santiago Rodriguez, beautiful face with a beautiful heart.
Thank you.
Kilala mo rin ba siya?
Yeah, I know her.
You know her. Parang sa Santiago kanina, may nakita akong Santiago din. So, and then of course from Gab Ferreras, until next year fighting. Yan. So laban lang, 'di ba? Dota, pati fencing. Super inspiring story mo, Maxine. Puno notes ko with takeaways tonight. Shout out pala to my friends Lawrence and Raymark who supports For the Love Game, who was tuned in tonight, 'di ba? So, thank you Lawrence and Raymark for tuning in, and of course Cathy. Yan. So, yan. And of course, yung mga ever supportive friends ni Maxine, no? Sobrang swerte ni Maxine because she has these kinds of friends that is supporting her.
Yeah, they're so sweet. They're so sweet. Like, lahat ng interviews ko, like, super active sila. Sobrang die-hard Maxine supporters.
DDS, yes. So, at least, di ba? Pwede natin magamit yung DDS na hindi tayo mababash, di ba? Yun. Kasi baka mabash tayo. Ayan, of course, from Elaine Lim. Hi, Max, our country's future gold medalist. I don't know what competition that is, but I'm hoping it's the Olympics that he's referring to. Diba?
Yeah.
So, yun. And of course, from Anjanette Konghun, giveaway agad, Max lang malakas. Ayan.
Ay, nako.
Ayan, and I guess this is a perfect opportunity for us, Ken, is to thank and appreciate Maxine for tuning in, for saying yes to us and for being here on our show. Ken, maybe you want to start that off?
Yeah, so Maxine, thank you so much for being our final guest of the year 2020. It's been a blast having this interview with you. And ang nakakatuwa kasi bihira yun eh, yung you acknowledge, I think sa lahat ng hindi lang sa guest ng For the Love of the Game, for all the athletes, I think you're the only one na in-acknowledge mo yung yun nga, being entitled and falling down, and dip yung performance, nagdip nga in your from your assessment. And ayun, parang it's so refreshing lang na uh you're really self-aware at such a young age. And I think the younger generation could resonate to that, kasi most young people, they're not aware kasi na yun nga, may mga nagagawa na sila ganyan. And I think with your story, I think it would enlighten rather yung mga younger generation talaga, na yun, yung self-awareness, na being focused on your goals and not just yung mga achievements, di ba? So I think that's a good story to to resonate from. So yun, thank you so much, Maxine. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly enjoyed. Si Dino, halatang halata naman, ngiti ng ngiti buong episode. So yun, thank you so much. What a way to end this
2020.
2020 talaga. So yun, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, Maxine, thanks Ken. Maxine, thank you also for for being here with us and for saying yes to us. We know, we still have ways to go, but for you to say yes, it's an honor, a privilege to have you. And I've learned so much from your episode, di ba? Parang you're a person with so much promise, with so much dreams. Looking forward to, despite the situation we have with 2020, I think that's the right mentality to have, knowing that even though in times of challenges, in times of struggle, there's always something to look forward to. And ganda lang ng end to 2020 kasi, Maxine has a lot of goals, has a lot of dreams. Sana for us, tayo Ken, and the rest of the team and our community, and for the people that's gonna watch, there's big hope for them as well come 2021. I hope you guys do. Yeah. So yun, Maxine, baka may last words ka ba before you leave our show? Oops. Parang nakamute, yeah. Ayan.
Okay, sorry.
Yan.
Thank you so much for inviting me also. It's really an honor and a privilege to be here. Like, like yung kanina sabi ko, like, before I would just watch the show, but now I'm already in it. So, yun, thank you so much for inviting me. And I look up to you guys because before I wanted to be a reporter also, pero wala, I'm not good at speaking.
Uy,
So,
grabe.
thank you so much talaga for inviting me. And to everyone naman who's watching, I hope na everyone's safe in their house, and na Merry Christmas. Advance Merry Christmas.
Ayan.
Grabe naman not good in speaking. Actually, kami ni Dino, hindi mo lang natanong, introvert kami dalawa eh.
Introvert talaga
So
kami, diba?
Yeah, so Dino, any final words? Actually, before that, Dino, let's give Maxine the opportunity. I'm sure ang daming nanonood, and
shout out.
probably you wanna make a shout out to all of them. Bahala ka na. So go.
Okay, shout out to my family, my dad, my mom, Mia, and my sisters, Mia and Megan, and my best friends, AJ, Tanya, and Carice, and my daughter friends who always buhats me. Sky, Moe, CD, Gino, Franco, Ozo, Ram, Gabo, Dustin, Ikoy, Zeb, Cole, Brian, Martin. And also to my super supportive uncles and uncle and auntie, Uncle Alain and Auntie Kat. So if you guys are looking for a perfect Christmas gift for your loved ones, you can buy bags from them. They have super, super nice bags. It's called Annie Toshi.
Yeah. Right. Okay, yan. So, meron pa ba? Did you miss anything? Wala naman. Okay na. You're good na?
Siya yung nag-comment niya.
Okay. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah.
Yun.
Hello, Tito Malvin. Yan. Ayan.
Yeah.
Uy, nanonood pala sila. Love you, Achi. Ayan.
Yun.
Okay. Thank you for supporting Maxine. And sinabi niya parang you want to be a reporter. If you want to join us, you can join us next year. If you wanna
Yeah.
jump in sa mga ano, yeah, we're actually welcome. Like si Heidelin Diaz, who's an Olympic silver medalist, she jumps in from si Coach Sandy of Ateneo Blue Eagles, he jumps in. Ayaw lang namin sila guluhin right now, but if you wanna jump in next year, you wanna join our ano crew. Para at least, 'di ba, parang kailangan ng dagdag ng beauty dito, Ken, kasi masyadong ano, 'di ba? Kailangan natin ng ganyan. So if you wanna
Masyadong pogi dito.
if you wanna join us, Maxine, you're welcome to join us dito sa For the Love of the Game. Kuwari, may na-interested kang guest or from Ateneo, or like you're always welcome to join us.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yan.
Actually, her mom just commented.
Yeah. Hello, Max.
Oh,
Yan, thank you tita for supporting si Max, and of course pinomote niya yung business ni uncle niya, no, si Alain Lim. Thank you, Maxine Esteban. So ano ulit yung name? Sorry.
Anitoshi.
Anitoshi.
Yeah.
Anitoshi,
It's
yeah.
like
So
Anitoshe.
right. Yan. And of course, coming from her mom, no, nakadota niya, please support her live stream. All right?
Yan, lunch
Yan.
mo na yan.
So yan, Maxine, we just want to honor and thank you for joining us for tonight. I just hope you have a wonderful Christmas with your family, with your friends, with your Dota friends, and wishing you all the best come 2021 onwards. So hopefully we can just keep in touch, and we're gonna support you. Yeah, we believe
Thank
in
you.
Ayan. So thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Ayan. So ito, of course, Ken, coming from her mom, yan, Anitoshi, the best bags. Okay, so yan, for your bag needs, you can check out the best bags sa Anitoshi.
Yeah. Gusto ko talaga yung sobrang supportive ng buong family ni Max.
Correct.
And not only that, pati yung friends niya sobrang supportive, and yeah, I just wanna acknowledge each and every one of you. Hindi ko man kayo maisa-isa sa pangalan, but thank you so much for supporting Maxine here in her episode. I'm sure she loved all your comments, your shoutouts. Yun, so maraming salamat for interacting with us throughout the episode. And yun, Sir Malvin, Miss Carol, maraming salamat po. I think, ayun nga, sobrang privilege for us na makasama si Maxine. Yun nga, at such a young age, a woman full of wisdom. So, yun, expect greater things from her from this day and beyond. So, yun, abangan nyo yan. So, yun, Dino, alam ko we're way past the allotted time already, but I just wanna shout out, of course, yung Dream Team. So isa-isahin ko kayo. So of course Dino, of course the co-host and the face of the For the Love of the Game. Kung wala ka dito, hindi naman possible to. So maraming salamat. Of course Neil Fernando, our very first graphic artist. Maraming salamat Neil. Ice Kua, John Cristobal, siya yung gumagawa ng career highlights. Maraming salamat. Si Rohan Beltran, who's currently in the bubble, sobrang busy, but sobrang dami ning naitulong as social media manager and getting out of her way para makuha tayo ng mga guests. So maraming salamat. Bin Cuevas, congratulations. Di ba? Sobrang dami mo ng... Ang dami. I mean, si Bin, parang sa dami ng na-achieve niya this year. Di ko na ma-mention isa-isa. So yun, Bin, congratulations. Si Ian, my fellow newlywed, si CJ Apale, of course, always providing insights. Kathy Sitingko, siya yung helping us make this episode organized. Si Burge Montalvo, an up-and-coming graphic artist din. So, you can check him out. So, yun. Tapos, Keith Indonco, Priscilla C., our interns, Ayesha Pakay, John Kaiser, Tyleran, Arnie Fuentes, and our newest member, Dino, si Christian Dave Marquez. So maraming salamat sa inyo. So Dino, meron ka bang gustong i-shoutout muna?
Yeah, of course, I just want to thank the Dream Team. No, nabanggit naman na ni Ken for always making things happen for every episode. Diba? Hindi naman tayo abot ng 25, no? We're quarter of a century if it weren't for these people. And of course, my family for supporting me since day one. Yani Moya, Kem Lim, SGV, Basketball Block 5 sa Lasal. So thank you guys for tuning in. Of course, kay Naj, since episode 1, Arsenic episode 2, Gab, John Cheng, Carl Santos, Priscilla, Katan, si Paul Barba, si Kevin, di ba? They're tuning in with us. Guys, we totally acknowledge and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for supporting us. And of course, sana mabasa rin ni Maxine, no? She's still in the stream room. Sana mabasa niya yung mga comments ng mga tao, the outpour of support coming from all of these people in her life. And, it's something na sobrang blessing, di ba, to have in 2020. There are people that believe in you and support you in what you do. Yun.
Yeah.
And of course, before ikaw, Ken, alam ko may papasalamat. Of course, if you haven't liked and shared this episode, please do so. Support us. Pasikatin nyo kami. Joke. Pasikatin nyo kami. And of course, like and follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Maraming salamat.
Yeah. So yun, ako naman gusto ko pasalamatan, of course, di na pala fiancé, my wife, Naj Miravalles. So, ayun, siya yung nagpo-provide ng lighting. Been there since episode 1. Actually, even before episode 1, tinutulungan niya ako. And promote ko lang din Better Days with Naj, her YouTube channel, on its 11th episode already. So, if you haven't watched the episode earlier, so pwede nyo panoorin sa Better Days with Naj YouTube channel. Of course, makasama ko sa Newbies Broadcasting Academy, most especially si Sir Noel Zarate and Sir Jay De La Cruz. Wow, what a blast for them to cover the PBA bubble as court announcers. Grabe, may get 2 months sila nandun. So, ayun, always in my ear and always believing in me. So, maraming salamat. Of course, yun nga, yung avid viewers natin, na-mention mo na, Dino. Of course, add ko rin si Vanch Clarin, na recent viewer lang din, but really believing in us, believing in the podcast. So, maraming salamat. And of course, si Yani Moya, simula pa lang din, tinulungan na tayo, Dino, Coach Rasuson, Coach Gina Katigbak, Sir Robert Sontan, and my family, of course, ayun, sobrang miss ko na kayo. And plug in ko lang din si Ian, who's releasing his newest single entitled Katabi this Friday. So abangan nyo yan. And yung makasama natin sa Block 5, Dino, especially si Monica, si Sam Iseke, si Miko Lagamia, lagi nag-tune in. Tapos si Nicole Yebra, na-tune in from Paracale, Camarines Norte. So yun, kung gusto yung dalawin siya at single, ready to mingle po yan. So puntahan nyo lang siya dyan. And ayun, and sa lahat ng bumubuo ng For the Love of the Game, mapa-viewer ka, mapa-production team ka, mapa-creatives team ka, grabe, we've been blessed na magkaroon tayo ng 25 episodes this year, Dino. I'm so thankful. Thank you so much, Dino, kasi yun na nga, kumbaga, we made the impossible possible during this time of the pandemic. And yun, so sana natuwa kayo sa lahat ng episodes namin this year.
Yeah.
So yun, maraming salamat. So Dino, bago tayo magtapos, ikaw, I'm sure may mga gusto ka pang sabihin.
Yeah, of course. Just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Thank you for supporting us. And we just want to wish everyone safe and healthy. And advance Happy New Year as well. And abangan nyo next year because we're bringing something special. We want to grow as a unit. We don't want to stay stuck because we believe that growth is the most important part. And abangan nyo yan. No, we're di ba nabanggit ko kanina, I'm meeting someone tomorrow. I mean, we're working. We're working behind the scenes to make our show really special and for to provide more value to our community, to you guys who's believing in us, diba? We wanna reciprocate that support with us getting better at what we do, diba? Yun. And of course, Ken, ang next episode natin, para at least alam lang ng tao, is since this is our last episode for 2020, we're gonna be back, more than a month from now. It's gonna be January 20. We're gonna take a rest. We're gonna prepare for 2021 because we wanna come back bigger and stronger. And for me and Ken and for the rest of the team. So yan, abangan nyo January 20. Malulupit din ang guest natin sa January 20 and 27 because these are both yung isang national champion triathlete, di ba? Yun yung sa January 20 and January 27 yung pioneer ng sports law here in the Philippines. So you guys tune in, abangan niyo yan. Sobrang gaganda ng episodes namin come 2021. So yun lang. Hope we can still keep in touch, guys. If you haven't reached out to us, you want to message us, you want to connect with us, please do so. Message us. We will really appreciate that. And of course, before we end, Ken, basahin lang natin yung ayan, so of course yung mom ni Maxine, si Caro, siya daw si MVP Zeus. And of course, thank you Uncle Malvin, thank you Uncle Alain Lim.
Yeah.
And of course si Diego Francisco, ayan, MVP plus mas pogi unstoppable duo, yung mag-asawa na parents ni Maxine. And of course si Katan, Kat, sana sa Sunday, puntahan kita dyan. Sunday, Dino, waiting pa din sa sundo. Sunday, makikilaro na ako dyan sa may inyo. Diba? And of course, Arsenic, thank you. Waiting sa 2021 coach. Stay safe, Kuya Ken, pati rin kay Coach Dino. Thank you, Arsenic. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you, everyone. Ayan, I think we're good. Diba?
Yeah. So yun, that does it for not only this episode but for the year. So yun, ayun na nga, muli nagpapasalamat kami sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat talaga. It's been a blast hosting for the love of the game. So I hope nag-enjoy nga talaga kayo. And yun, wishing you everyone happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. So on behalf of Dino Lee, ako po si Ken Pangilinan saying so long, stay safe, and see you next year on the next episode of For the Love of the Game. Good night, guys.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. Grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah.